All right, Saints Nation, and we're finally underway here. St. Clair Green versus Carthage College. Carthage with a good start up against UCSC, but how about that for a good start? Sai's going to get an amazing start. Immediate pressure here for St. Clair as Blaze is caught looking. Could not jump there. Joystick almost able to get there, but not this time. Of course, we are now in winners round 2. St. Clair did end up getting the bye, so we did not have to play a round 1 matchup. And we do, of course, have the hometown, or not the hometown squad, but our home team here, Jazzy, Arju, and Sai. Meanwhile, on the side of Carthage College, we have Flair, Blaze, and Joystick. Carthage College able to get this into the St. Clair zone for at least the first couple of moments here after this face-off, but look at how much hang time Sai has there going into this one. Joystick's going to meet him on the ground, and if there's one thing that I kind of noticed, at least off the start here, this Carthage College squad, they do not look very comfortable in the skies. Joystick finally firing off an aerial of a source here, trying to push it on forward, but they don't seem as inclined compared to some other teams I've seen to take these aerial challenges with the Saints. So we have ourselves home. Rule 1, everybody, in the goals of the Saints. That will take Sai out of the play. Now we have a little bit of a power play, or not a power play, this is just a 2-on-2 now at this point. Jazzy off the backboard, drops it on down. Who's there? Not a third player. They're off in the net. So Arju gets a good bounce. Actually, that's a fantastic bounce. Arju's first goal is the same with a fantastic bank. Already got the update for you on the side of St. Clair Saints Gold. Quick 2-0 for them in their latest matchup. So they'll be moving on to winners round 3 very, very shortly here. Jazzy off to the skies here alongside Joystick. Joystick trying to chase down Arju, actually. Never mind, going to leave it for Blaze. Blaze tries to pop this up, Sai's up in the sky to try and stop that one. Will absolutely do so. Leaving Arju wide open. Banks it right back off the backboard. Not quite. Going to get it to Sai, however. A little bit of a bump there from Flair, pushing Arju aside, but a little bit of a tough control here on the side of Carthage College is going to allow Jazzy with the double touch and secure that one. Getting the Saints their 3rd goal here in this game. All 3 Saints now on the board in regards to goals. Off the face-off, it's going to be going off into the Carthage zone, but it is going to be Blaze picking this one up. There we go, playing a little bit of airtime there, but who's up there to stop them? Arju will knock it right back down. Jazzy punts this one over to the corner, sets up for Sai, who's going to run this thing downfield. Flair's going to try and interfere. Blaze as well, a little bit of a hit, but not as tough of a hit as they were looking for. Pop fly into the crease, not going to be able to get into the net. Good defense so far now for the side of Carthage, but they are having themselves a tough time getting this thing cleared. Arju to Sai, but no Joystick. Gonna get himself in between the 2 players here for the Saints. Still kind of stuck in the Carthage zone. Joystick gonna try and send this one forward. That would have been on target, but Jazzy is there to stop that one in its tracks. Arju and Jazzy actually get a little bit of a collision course onto each other, but Sai is here to pick that one up. Jazzy, another shot on target. Flair, though, fantastic save to keep this one at 3. Blaze from the side of Carthage is going to try and flick this one over. Actually got it on target. Oh no, barely wide actually. Very, very good opportunity here for Carthage to get themselves on the board. Not going to get it. Another good opportunity though. Joystick credit the shot, but it's not going to be past the crossbar. Awkward bounce. Saints still lack of control for the most part in that last couple of seconds, but get it back under control finally. Flair is there in the Carthage zone. Pops it past one. Sai is there to greet them, however. Flair will push forward. but Jazzy is going to end up taking that one. 1 minute to go now in this one. "45 seconds ago." Carthage, I mean, they're trying their dangest to get themselves on here, but so far not able to get themselves into the net just yet. Knocked down in the Carthage zone. Arju is there in the skies, looking for someone to pass to. Joystick, though, going to pop this one downfield. A little bit of a drag race here. Sai's going to win it, but actually ends up a pop fly. It's going to be Jazzy making the run back, however, to save that one. Bringing it right back in, and sure enough, the centering bounce here for Arju, getting him his second goal of this game after the pass from Jazzy. Perfect bounce right through the crease. Joystick could not get there in time, and Blaze had to make a move, but unfortunately was not the one they needed. Time winding down. We're still in the Carthage zone, so this one is just about done. So got to go to game 2 here and see what Carthage can pull up the next time by here. There it is, sure enough. Ball hits the ground, and that's going to be St. Clair taking game number 1. And the shots kind of tell the tale of the tape there. 10 shots for the side of St. Clair. Meanwhile, only 2 for the side of Carthage. Those keeping tab on St. Clair Saints Golds. They are currently in their second matchup of the day. Kaiser University, of course, happening on Saints Gaming CA2 for those who do want to take a look there. But of course, game number 2 here in this one versus Carthage and St. Clair Saints. Rather convincing game number 1, to say the least, here for St. Clair, looking to see if they can pick up where they left off and make this a quick one in winners round 2. Arju off left-hand side does have Joystick there trying to defend, but Arju's movement is just a little bit too difficult for him to handle. Sai looking to try and drop this thing down. Flair, though, on the side of Carthage is going to be able to knock it away for second. Joystick now looking for Flair, but Arju with the interception brings it on towards the net, but Blaze going to make a hit off the crossbar. Good defense, and another attempt here for St. Clair. This time it's Sai putting it towards the net, but just goes and ends up going wide. Jazzy continued pressure here for the side of St. Clair, and you can just see Carthage is just struggling just to get this thing under control, let alone get it under their zone. Jazzy up to the skies. We see Sai. He's ready. He's waiting. Can it drop down? No. Some interference from Blaze is going to stop that from happening. Now Flair up to the skies, going to try and beat Arju. That's not actually, hang on, it's still going over towards the net, but Sai's there for backup. Big pass over to Jazzy. Cross field off to Arju. Deflects it. That would have been right on target, but a good save there from Blaze. Drag race back. Lots of Saints members were across that halfway point. It could have been dangerous. Shot going to get, oh, not on target. Jazzy, though, with the demo. Blaze, shot on target, goes wide. Joystick again with a shot, but this time Jazzy making the save. Pass on forward now as well, but this time it's Saints who's going to find themselves the wall or find themselves the post. One more opportunity. Jazzy could not control it, though, so it's going to allow for Flair to try and get past it. The Saints defense could not do so. Joystick dumps it on through. Going to hit the crossbar after a deflection from Jazzy. Stop with that one at Strags. A night and day difference here so far for Carthage, and just as I say that, it's going to be Jazzy finding the open corner, his second goal of the match. Nothing super fancy about this one. Just took the spot about as far over as you can get without smoking that post. And getting St. Clair in the lead. Off the face-off, Saints in control in the Carthage zone for at least the time being. Sai gonna bring this one over, looks for Jazzy. Jazzy knocking it down. Could not find a Saint to get it to. Arju, though, able to get it out for just a second. Jazzy with control, shot on target. The rebound actually from Arju is gonna come in clutch here. Redirect that one from the post and into the net. His third goal of the match. Goal from Arju, assisted by Jazzy right at that halfway point here. Saints might be in a position to maybe kind of snowball this into a bit of a troublesome spot here for Carthage. Still kind of in the Carthage zone for the time being. Just again, trying to control, trying to dump this thing out, but they're just having such a hard time dealing with this pressure from the Saints. Pop fly ball. It's on the goal line. It's going to be Sai getting the goal. Just enough speed to get that thing in. Very, very close attempt there for Carthage College to make that save, but could not quite get it done this time. Minute 40 to go. Jazzy gets past one, he gets past two. He's going to get three of them. Beautifully done. How in the world did he pull that one off? Bounces it off the wall, gets past one, gets past the second, and the third one's nowhere to be found. What a play by Jazzy. The icing on the cake here for St. Clair as Arju's going to find yet another one. Brings it on in all by himself and dunks that thing through. Absolutely statement play. Back into the St. Clair zone this time here for Carthage. Can they get some offense going? They do have a minute still on the clock, and I've seen some crazy things in Rocket League, but I'm not sure if a 5-goal comeback is in the cards right now, especially as Sai is charging on forward, looking for maybe another. Jazzy looks for the hat trick, and he absolutely will. Nothing fancy about it, but throw the hats in. Makes it work. Arju alongside Jazzy making this one happen. Flair could not get control over it right on the top of the car. Ended up being like a golf tee for him. Just got to smash it down the fairway and put it straight into the net. An update for the side of St. Clair Saints Gold up against Kaiser University. Of course, they have won game number 1. So they are currently up in the series 1-0. But of course, St. Clair Saints Green looking to move over into winners round 3 for themselves. Just got to close this one out, which should be a rather comfortable job at this point. Some offense coming out here from Carthage, but not going to be able to actually get on target. I am going to be curious to see what that shot cloud looks like. And Sai is going to find another one on the board here. Securing his 3rd goal of this match and the 7th in game number 2 here for Saints as a whole. Oh man, poor players. Never they do manage to get it. I look over for just a second here at Carthage College. They were jumping away from the goal, but no, they do manage to make it happen. Blaze could not quite get control of it, but you got Flair. So Carthage College, they're not going to be skunked out on this one. However, I mean, I love the attitude. We got y'all next time. Honestly, keep it up. Don't stop. but this time it will be St. Clair Saints Green moving forward rather convincingly into this one. Yeah, make no mistake about it there. St. Clair College Green are just on something else if we're comparing to that matchup by itself. But of course, this is just the beginning here for our Saints Green roster and for our coverage here today. Of course, plenty of action still to come. You can kind of see on my left side here, Gold still going at it as well. So we'll take a look in the meantime as we do wait for the next matchup here for Green. Let's take a look and see if we have a new bracket update. Of course, exclamation mark bracket in the Twitch chat if you want to follow along yourselves at home. Southeastern Oklahoma State. So we do have another matchup coming up in just a moment's time. I'll ask us to give me just a couple moments here to get this overlay all fixed up and good to go, and we'll be back in action here. St. Clair Saints Green up against Southern Oklahoma State in just a couple of moments. So please do stay tuned. In the meantime, we'll throw this over to the Gold roster as they are still currently in their match versus Kaiser. And with that, that's going to make our St. Clair Saints varsity gold team go on into the winners quarterfinal. They are currently awaiting the next matchup between, let's take a look here, Boise State and Wichita State. So that one should absolutely be a very, very good matchup. In fact, so good, it looks like Bass from the Past actually wants to stream this one as well. We'll, of course, have it on our Saints Gaming CA2 channel. But at the same time, it's awesome to see community casters hopping in and covering the matches as well. So please, if you do happen to hop on over, show them some love from us here at the Saints. In regards to the green roster, it looks like we're still just waiting on our opponents to get ready for the next one. So it should not be too much longer for them there. Also want to give an academy update here. While we have the opportunity, St. Clair College Academy up against Northeastern Black, successfully getting the 2-0 there, which will now move our St. Clair College Academy squad up against University of Utah. I don't want to jinx it. How cool would it be to have 3 teams in that top 8? Hey, all y'all keep killing it. We'll be right back here as soon as green has their opponents ready to go. Hang tight. All right, all y'all hear the buzzer. You know what's up. It is time for the next matchup here for our St. Clair Saints green roster, as we do have St. Clair Saints green, of course, up against Southeastern Oklahoma State University. We have the Crimson Chin. We have DJ and Gamer City, and they are going to immediately feel the wrath of Jazzy and the Saints, as that is going to be within the first couple of seconds. Jazzy and Sai getting ourselves on the board. Good little pass up there from Sai to get the job done. Right onto the hood of our fellow Saint. Pop fly off the face-off. The Crimson Chin flying on through. Trying to make something heroic happen, but not going to quite make it work this time. Jazzy going to take this all the way through. Drops it off here for Sai. Sai looks for Gamer City. Gamer City makes the original save, but Arju getting multiple touches, not going to quite be able to get this one towards the net. And now actually Southeastern Oklahoma with a little offense for themselves, going to force the Saints to make a couple of saves. Arju going to demo Gamer City as well. 3-on-2 breakout opportunity. Arju leads the charge, gets past Crimson Chin, but he did get a little piece of it. Jazzy, though, the sharp angle shot from the corner, actually, going to get him another goal here. Such a difficult spot to make that shot happen without hitting the wall, but yet gets the job done for his 5th goal of the tournament. Off the face-off, we're going right back into the Southeastern Oklahoma State zone until it gets cleared pretty well instantaneously. A little bit of a drag race there between Jazzy and Crimson Chin. Jazzy's going to be able to get that, though. A little bit of a bump to side to get the ball rolling here. Arju with control. Sai is in the background as well. Passes back to Arju. Arju with control over it, but could not get the shot off. Gamercity going to be able to get it carried out for at least a moment. DJ looking for the shot, but Sai able to get away from the interference. The rebound though, but Arju, huge save. Drag race now on the way to the Southeastern zone, and it's the post. Gamercity got a piece of it. And that will keep Southeastern Oklahoma within 2 here. Tries to stop the bleeding. Can they get a counterattack? Does not appear so, at least right away. So now back to the Saints zone. Gamercity off the background, not going to be able to get that shot on target. Another attempt to center. DJ is there, but Sai is already at the ball. Does not have much left in the tank, though, just enough to kind of push us on forward. And it looks like Southeastern are a little bit confused here. They don't know who's really wanting to take the ball or go for it or anything as of this point. Going to allow for Sai to just dump this thing on in. Crimson Chin going to send it right back in, but Jazzy's already up there to make sure it doesn't cross center. Or center the crease, rather. Arju tries to control it. Awkward bounce off of the opponent is going to send this right back into the Saints zone. Gamercity looking for the solo play, but hits the post again. Unlucky there for Gamercity, because here comes Arju. DJ trying to make some interference happen. Crimson Chin, good block, but now Jazzy, one more time, brings it into the corner. Gonna get picked up here by Gamercity. Arju, though, is already up in the skies, and no boost in hand, though. Barely gets stolen from him. Still gonna be able to get the centering play, but none of the Saints were necessarily there to take action on it immediately. Sai to Arju. Sai again. Pinch shot. Not quite. Going to get past DJ. And that thing is flying all the way into the Saints zone. Forces Jazzy to really make a quick move. A little bit of an awkward spot there for the Saints as they both collide with each other. Going to allow for Southeastern Oklahoma to kind of get set up here. Looks for the centering pass, but nobody home to take that shot into the net. Minute 40 still to go. Tell you what, compared to game number 1, Southeastern Oklahoma are definitely putting up a little bit more of a challenge here for our Saints roster, but it still feels rather comfortable until this very moment. Is the post going to deny you again? It absolutely will. Gamercity would probably have 3 goals if those posts were maybe like an inch or 2 wider. Definitely got to be kicking themselves a little bit here. Jazzy now up to the rooftops, tries to knock this thing down. Crimson Chin is there to stop it. Sai along the side. Going to center this up. Arju gets demoed, though, so the pass is nowhere to be found. One more time here for Crimson Chin. It's going to be a slow bouncer, actually, towards the Saints net, but Arju in the last possible second. Going to stop that thing from crawling in. Southeastern Oklahoma, they can't catch a break. Side cross field, Arju in hand, but it's going to be dumped for a second. Jazzy now with control. Never mind. Crimson Chin comes on over, sends this thing over to DJ. Just pop fly after pop fly, and I know Saints aren't minding this. 30 seconds left to go. You're just killing time at this point. Shot on target. DJ with the redirect is going to go up above the crossbar. Gamercity trying to get that shot. Definitely due for a little bit of luck here. Sai, though, double touched. Not going to end up going towards the net, but goes into the corner. Crimson Chin with control. Good passing there from the side of Southeastern Oklahoma. I tell you what, they had a bunch of chances, and kind of feel a little bit of heartbreak here for them, because they're not going to find themselves on the scoreboard when this one absolutely, in theory, should have been much closer than what it actually was. Definitely a heartbreaker there for Southeastern Oklahoma State, but of course they're not out of this one just yet. We're still in this, of course, this best of 3 section of the matchup. And yeah, they had so many shots. In fact, Southeastern Oklahoma State outshot the Saints 11-7 in this game. So it was definitely not for any lack of offense, but just barely lacking the accuracy to lock down on those moves. So unfortunate. We'll have to see if they can regroup and give our Saints a run for their money once again. Unusual to see the Saints outshot in a match this early into the bracket, but I'm not going to complain. At the end of the day, as much as I love watching our Saints rosters do good, I'm also a sucker for entertainment, so I want to see a little bit of a challenge, and I'm happy to see the Southeastern Oklahoma, given they're all here in this matchup, underdogs or not, showing us how it's done. Let's get back to the pitch white only for game number 2. A little bit of pressure off the start here, but so far Southern Oklahoma able to hang on, or at least this moment for the time being. Quickly fixing things up over on the side of Saints Gaming CA2, where we are going to have Boise State University up against your St. Clair Saints gold roster. Got them all situated and good to go. Now let's head on back here, of course, to the green roster. Minute in, shot after shot, but so far nothing here for either roster. A little bit of danger there for the Saints, bringing it through the crease, but they're going to be able to try and get this thing past center. Crimson Chin looking for Gamercity, not going to find them. In fact, they find Sai instead, who has Jazzy in the corner waiting for them. Centering attempt, but there is some defense there. DJ's there. Crimson Chin with the reflection to bring this one towards the net. Gamercity centering pass, going to be intercepted by Sai, however. This thing is going all the way out of the park. Crimson Chin going to be forced to stop this. Put it into the corner where Arju is going to again take a shot. Deflection from Sai. Got past the defenders, but didn't have the juice to get there. And Sai could not get the follow-up either, so this is going to allow Gamercity from Southeastern Oklahoma State to move forward for just a moment until Arju picks it right back up. We know Arju's got moves, but DJ actually fantastic stop. But there is this a setup all along. Sai going to get the Saints on the board here for their 4th goal of this tournament. Little bit of Magician's Cloak work there for Arju and the Saints. Looks like you make that first save. You gotta watch out for that rebound. Right back into the zone for St. Clair and Arju. Oh my goodness. Absolute miracle work coming out of that play. All the way off to the corner and still finds the sharp angle to knock this thing down. Absolutely beautiful. That will put your St. Clair Saints green roster up 2 in this one. Just about to break that halfway point. It's a good offense actually here from Crimson Chin, but Arju with fantastic save to stop that in its tracks. Crimson's offense is going to end up getting shut down for just the moment. One more opportunity here for the Saints from Jazzy. Could not quite get it on target though, just going to crawl through the crease. Sai tries to center this one up, but it's going to be Gamercity who's going to try and get control of it. Gets past all 3 of them. It's a breakaway. You finally got it, bud. Gamercity on the board for their first goal for Southeastern Oklahoma State. Could not ask for a better setup there for Southeastern Oklahoma State. I was just really hoping they didn't Patrick Stefan that one. Then the NHL fans know what I'm talking about there. That would have been an absolute heartbreaker given how game one went there for Gamercity, but glad they got the first one out of the way. Here's maybe some more. They do have some time. They have 2 minutes on the clock. Southeastern Oklahoma keeping the Saints honest here as Crimson Chin looking to juke outside, gets it popped up high, and Crimson Chin with the finishing blow has tied this game after a fantastic little pass there from himself, I think. Yeah, he just sets it up for himself. Good job. 2 minutes to go in this one, and we have ourselves a match already. In the Southeastern Oklahoma zone, we do see Gamercity trying to clear this one up, but Arju is right there, ready and waiting with full boost. Then I'll pass this one off after some goaltender interference actually coming out here from Arju. Shot after shot, but it's not going to get through. Good defense coming out here from Southeastern Oklahoma. Can they hang on? Jazzy's still with the pressure. Sign now, looking for the centering pass. Not going to find it, though. Arju now tries to knock it down, but nobody's home. Jazzy pops this one up. It's going to be Sai trying to knock it right back down. DJ's there to make it difficult, but Arju, there he comes. He's going to be able to secure that one. Goal number 5 of the tournament is the go-ahead goal here in this second matchup. One minute here for Southeastern Oklahoma to try and bring this one back to a tie game, or for the Saints to bring it home and move on over into that winner's quarterfinal. Maybe looking for a little extra insurance here. Arju looks for the pinch, actually finds a pass, but a fantastic save coming out here from DJ. Back into the St. Clair zone we go. And just like that, we're right back out of here. Jazzy and Arju in the corner. DJ with control for the moment's time. 30 seconds to try and make something happen. But if anything, it's Jazzy setting themselves up for a good shot opportunity. Gamercity going to make that save. But the Saints' goal pressure is just constantly stopping Southeastern Oklahoma from even making it past the halfway point on the pitch. They're going to have one shot and one shot only here, unless the Saints intercept. Little bit of a flick, why don't we? Jazzy, that was kind of fancy, mate. Able to get a goal up by 2 now, and this game is good as done. Clock going to wind down, and I have to say, the fact that we had ourselves a relatively decent match here so early in the tournament is exciting and worrying, but if anything, I am just going to give some credit, of course, to Southeastern Oklahoma State University for being able to put up such a strong fight here against our Saints. But of course, that means that our Saints are moving on over into that winner's quarterfinal, where they are awaiting the winner of EA Osu and Davenport White, which looks like it's going over to EA Osu. So that will be getting underway in just a moment's time. So while we do get that all set up, you may notice behind me the gold roster currently in action. So I'm going to quickly throw up their stream one more time. And so far, so good, it looks like here for gold. So we'll hop on over there. They're up against Boise State, which is one of the teams that the Champs League people, the Rocket League community members, were saying to look out for. So definitely a good match. We'll swing on over there in just a moment's time. Next time we're on the pitch here, we'll be back with Green versus EA Osu. The St. Clair College Varsity Esports program is excited to have been nominated for multiple Scholastic Esports Awards. This includes Nicholas Siri for Student Leader of the Year, Sean Burney for Director of the Year, Zarin Bartholomew for Coach of the Year, Valerie Shalau for Social Media Excellence, Team of the Year to Valorant, as well as Production Team of the Year and Program of the Year. We thank everybody at Saints Nation, all the staff, students, and fans that made this all possible, getting us nominated and voting for us over the past couple of months. Be sure to keep an eye on our social medias on January 11th, as that is when the Scholastic Esports Awards showings will be revealed. And who knows, maybe we'll get a couple of extra W's along the way, and we have all of you to thank for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around here. We're about to get into this winner's quarterfinal matchup between our Saints Green roster and EA Osu. I can't say that I've ever heard of them before, but the fact that they've made it this far in the winner's quarterfinal has me hopeful for a good matchup. We have on the side of EA Osu, actually, I think we already have some pressure immediately going into this one here from the Saints. Goal attempt right there. Sai looks for another one. Could not quite find it, however. So again, yes, our opponents here, EA OSU, that is going to be Private Boy, Profile, and Mitch. So we see Jazzy and Arju trying to put that one towards net. We're kind of stuck in the EA OSU zone. Nice pass, however, from the Saints. Jazzy going to be able to find that one. How about goal number 7 here of this tournament after a fantastic cross-crease pass from Sai. So far, that our opponents, of course, EA Osu, have had themselves quite the decent run, actually. I have to say, they took care of both Winthrop University as well as Davenport White in a 2-1 and then a 2-0 fashion, and both of those teams are no slouches, to say the least. If anything, they're probably some of the stronger teams that we'll see in this bracket. So kind of crazy, to say the least, here. A little bit of an underdog here for AE Osu, but nonetheless, they find themselves behind, trying to catch back up here in this matchup. Sai, sharp angle shot, not going to get past Private Boy, however. Right back into the EA zone. Shot on target right there from Arju. Profile, though, going to make the save. Instead of calling them EA, I think I'll call them OSU from now on. So now OSU on the offense. Private Boy gets a good shot. Saido going to make the original save. Private Boy again had control for just a second. Doesn't have any backup, however, though. So it's just Private Boy versus 2. Going to opt to go get the boost and try and reset with the rest of the squad. Fair enough. Solid, safe play all around. Double touch here for the Saints to center that shot, or center that pass, rather. But nobody home to knock that one forward. Sai with control, one-on-one versus Private Boy. Not going to be able to get past them. Archie, though, still with control. Jazzy flying through, but a fantastic save. Rebound from Sai. Not going to be on target, though. Hits the post. Just catching up on the Twitch chat there, and of course do want to give the reminder for anybody who's looking to try and keep up with the St. Clair Saints Gold roster, Saints Gaming CA2 will have all of the matches. We're just going to have them on here in between games for the meantime, though. But just about 2 minutes left to go into this one. Saints are up, but not by a comfortable margin, only the 1 goal. OSU doing a very, very solid job at least keeping the super dangerous stuff out of the way. But let's see if commentators curse this stuff, as we do see Arju diving on through. Profile is there, though. Going to be met up there by Jazzy right at center field. Not going to be able to really control this one, but it does actually pass off the side. Getting front second touch, no boost to do so. The return play here, though, from Jazzy. Tries to drop it off. Not going to be able to get there. Arju, the sharp angle shot. Going to find its mark up in that top right corner. Beautifully done. Sai tees it up for them alongside Jazzy, and able to get a little bit of extra insurance here for 1:30 left to go. OSU had control, and then Arju just went on a demo spree. Absolutely love to see it. Stops that play in its tracks as it goes right back into the OSU zone. Centering pass over to Jazzy. Not going to be able to put this one on target, though. Mitch is going to end up saving that one. Shot on target here for OSU, pushed aside. Jazzy hanging on, getting the job done. But 15 seconds ago, OSU have not been able to muster up the offense that they need to get themselves back into this game. St. Clair Saints green with one more possible opportunity, but it looks like they are going to take game number 1 in a rather comfortable margin, or a game that felt comfortable, even though the score would suggest otherwise, if you know what I mean. So, good on EAOSU to keep it close. However, not quite enough here to take care of the Saints this time. We're currently waiting to get into game number 2. Looks like we're hopping in just a second. Yes, I would like to join the party's game, Rocket League. You do your thing. Of course, we also have the goal game happening at the same time. I think they just wrapped up, so we'll catch up with that in just a moment's time, as we do have the next game here coming up right around the corner. Let's get back into it. Pretty quiet first 25 seconds to start this one off, though, but we're going to have Jazzy and Private Boy battling out right outside of the Saints' crease. Could have been dangerous had a 50 not gone their way, but Saints going to get away with it. Sai busted on down. How did he thread the needle there? That's going to be Arju getting the Saints on the board here. That is goal number 7 for him in this tournament. And that is just incredibly unlucky. You could not have threaded that needle any tighter. OSU tried to come back with a little bit of offense of their own, but could not get the finishing blow necessary to get themselves on the board. Now it's going to be Sai trying to get past Profile. No boost in hand. Hands it off to Jazzy, who pops up for Arju. Ends up getting blocked by Private Boy. Going to allow for OSU to push this thing right back into the Saints zone for just a moment's time. Profile, the Private Boy missed, and now it's going to be troublesome. 2-on-3 breakout. Sai looks for the flip play in the air. Could not quite get the last touch, though, to get past the defender. Rough little opportunity there for Private Boy, but at least the Saints, or not the Saints, but the OSU squad bail him out. Side to the skies to Jazzy, double touching off of each other's car, but could not quite get it past the defender once again. Loose ball in the crease, now in the corner. Sai looking for somebody, looks for flying Jazzy, who knocks it down. Very, very close attempt. A rebound even there from Sai, with some good defense coming out here from EAOSU. Private Boy with control, pops it up. Is going to be able to bring this towards the Saints net, but could not get it past Jazzy, who's going to deflect this off of the defense on the side of EAOSU. Just a moment's time, right back now into the Saints zone. Sai off to Arju, a little bit of bumper cars, but the dude managed to keep control. Mitch gets demoed out of that, leaving Sai wide open. Shot on target, no! The corner, the crossbar. EAOSU able to keep this within 1 at the halfway point, but I still feel like this is Saints game overall. They've been able to have probably the most possession across the board here. Shot after shot. We're going to see another opportunity here from Sai. He's going to try brute force it himself. And oh my goodness, what a deflection there from the defender on the side of EAOSU. Barely making it so it's a crossbar hit. And now finally, that is going to be Sai knocking it in. Eventually you put enough pressure on it, something will break, and exactly the case here for St. Clair, able to get their second goal here in this one. Get that extra insurance. Just overall really putting EAOSU in a rough position here. The demo onto Jazzy could lead to something, but both of the OSU members are off getting boozed. It's the slim chance that they had, they're not going to be able to really capitalize on. Tries to knock it on down here for Private Boy. Centering attempt, nope, going to be blocked by Arju. Another attempt here from Mitch, maybe. Gets past one. No, never mind. Jazzy now the other way with Arju. Pop fly. Can they finish it? No, off the crossbar. Rebound on target, though. Sai for his second of the game after a fantastic play around for all three of the Saints. Jazzy the Arju to the crossbar, and Sai with the finishing blow. Goal number 6 of the tournament for Sai. Just over a minute to go here. Profile and the rest of EA OSU looking for something to happen quick. Otherwise, their trip to the losers bracket will be certain. Still give them credit no matter what. They've put off a great fight, but just offensively, they've been kind of shut out here. As the Saints make another trip towards the offensive zone where Jazzy is going to make no mistake and get his next goal here. Goal number 8 of the tournament after a fantastic pass from Arju off the backboard, right to Jazzy. Okay, how about that? Private Boy, though, let's take a look. Right off of the face-off, that bounce was absolutely insane here for Private Boy, who's been having a rather quiet but defensive game. Finds themselves on the scoreboard, and EA OSU kind of breaking that skunk, breaking that goose egg, getting themselves on the board here. What do you think? Any OSU fans? Got 30 seconds. Think you pull 3 off. We've yet to see an overtime, and hey, that's one actually. Private Boy gets the goal, destroys my game apparently. Okay, but destroyed both of the computers actually. Also hard, it breaks my system. Incredibly done here for Private Boy. We'll have to fix that later on, but we're still fine for the time being here as Profile. Hang on a minute. I thought they were going to be able to get around side, but they do have actually the pressure here. This is kind of scary actually for the Saints for just the moment. An awkward turn of events. Profile now actually in completely the perfect position. This thing's crawling, and Private Boy with the hat trick to make the possibility of overtime if they can get one more. What on earth happened? Did a PC blue screen or something on someone's monitor? Because this is just an absolute travesty here for Saints. They might be able to get it, but actually a shot right away, and this thing's tied! Off the face-off again, Mitch is able to absolutely capitalize on the dead ball in the dead center of this field. We could be seeing overtime here in the quarterfinal. With 4 seconds left to go, one more opportunity for somebody to make some sort of offensive play. Jazzy has control of it for the time being, but Profile is there, as though as soon as this ball hits the ground, this thing's going to be a dead ball and it will be overtime. We may not get there, however, though. Look at EA OSU. They were trying to get some offense going, but they're now going to opt to put this thing down. So what looks like a runaway game here for the St. Clair Saints green roster has turned into a rather epic comeback for EA OSU off of the hat trick from Private Boy. And of course the game tying goal there from Mitch, as we're going to see another opportunity here. Profile sure would love to find the game winner here, get themselves on the scoreboard, but instead the only thing he's going is absolutely flying to the Shadow Realm because he just got punted. Arju to Sai, off to the corner. Centering pass here for the Saints, not going to find anybody though. Profile from Mitch, could not quite get it going. Mitch though brings it right back to the Saints corner. Profile is there, Private Boy is there. Arju though with a good stop, going to carry this right outside the crease, make sure nothing happens. Pop fly in the Saints zone. Jazzy with control as Mitch gets demoed off. Will this lead to an opening? Oh, how about just getting spawn killed, why don't you? Poor Mitch. Arju from the top rope, not going to be able to knock this thing down. Shout out for Nitrix for being the GOAT and realizing I was apparently not connected to the Rocket League servers on my other monitor. Thank you, Nitrix. Yes, that would be the Gold Roster getting into another matchup in just a moment's time. However, things are getting kind of feisty here in this matchup. Quickly trying to get all this stuff done. Shot on target, but a good stop there from Private Boy, keeping this one so close. Okay, there we go. So we basically have played half of another game going into this one. Sorry for the silence, but here we go. Jazzy up to the high ground, but up to the skies, but had no booster to follow up. Arju off the backboard. Sai shot is going to go wide. EA OSU, if they're able to take a game off the Saints, it would put them in the hot seat. It'd be definitely a bit of an upset for a institution or a university or college that I can't say that I've ever heard from before. It'd be a statement win for themselves, even if it's just the one game, let alone maybe the series, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Arju looking to shut me up real quick. Into the corner of the Saints zone. Sai with control as of this moment. Now passes it up to Arju. Arju up to the skies, looks for the knockdown, could not get it. An awkward little angle there for the Saints. It kind of got past Sai, which made it a little bit awkward on the crease, but Jazzy going to pick it up eventually, clear this up themselves. Mitch is there to stop it, however. Arju up to Sky. Sai is there, but another good save from Profile. May not be making their mark offensively, but defensively, Profile has been an absolute brick wall here in these last couple of minutes for EA OSU. Profile off the backboard, ends up finding Arju though. Arju to Sai. Sai shot on target. Mitch could not handle it, and Sai is going to put the Saints ahead here in this one and take this win 2-0 in the quarterfinal. Extremely, extremely close, and I have to give props still nonetheless to this EA OSU squad for getting that incredible comeback, but they could not, unfortunately, get the job done in overtime. Well fought nonetheless, and fantastically played here from the Saints, of course, as well. This moves us up into the winners semifinal, where I do believe we have an opponent waiting for us. That is going to be LCU Esports Blue. That is a team I've definitely heard of before. Let's see, let's do this live. Who are you? LCU, Lubbock Christian University. I knew I recognized the initials. So this is a team that we have seen multiple times in CRL qualifiers, and in the past, we've been able to take it. However, it is definitely not a freebie by any means, especially now that we've made it to the semifinal. So we'll get that quickly set up here with the overlays and whatnot. Of course, we do have the Gold roster in the midst of their next matchup. They're up against Davenport, so that's yet another strong matchup here that Gold's going to have to deal with. So we'll throw them on here in just a moment's time. And of course, if you want to stick around with the Gold roster, again, that's on Saints Gaming CA2. We'll throw it over there for just a moment's time. I'll see you on the pitch momentarily. The St. Clair College Varsity Esports program is excited to have been nominated for multiple Scholastic Esports Awards. This includes Nicholas Siri for Student Leader of the Year, Sean Burney for Director of the Year, Zarin Bartholomew for Coach of the Year, Valerie Shalau for Social Media Excellence, Team of the Year to Valorant, as well as Production Team of the Year and Program of the Year. We thank everybody at Saints Nation, all the staff, students, and fans that made this all possible, getting us nominated and voting for us over the past couple of months. Be sure to keep an eye on our social medias on January 11th, as that is when the Scholastic Esports Awards showings will be revealed. And who knows, maybe we'll get a couple of extra W's along the way, and we have all of you to thank for it. And a couple extra W's is exactly what we're looking for here, as we are about to get into the next match for St. Clair Saints Green up against Labatt Christian University. Like I was saying before, this is one of those squads that you cannot sleep on in the slightest, because if you do, you are on for a quick trip to the lower bracket, because that is a team that can make that top 16, maybe kind of break the top 12, every once in a while, maybe break a top 8 even in these tournaments. Well, we've been able to handle them in the last couple of rounds, or the last couple of qualifiers. Who knows what they have in store for us here, right now, as we're just getting them joining the lobby right in this moment. Of course, big thank you to everybody also who's been tuning in so far. First broadcast back here for the Saints, doing this thing live. Definitely excited and happy to be here. Definitely going to be looking forward to when I get my broadcast squad back here. Part of me is definitely regretting that I did not have my team here today, but they're all still getting into the college and whatnot, since the classes are just starting. All right, R is being thrown around. Let's get ourselves into the game, why don't we? Winner's semifinal action coming right up. Here we go. LCU Blue versus St. Clair Saints Green. Of course, same roster here for your Saints squad. That's going to be Jazzy, Arju, and Sai. Meanwhile, on the side of LCU, Assyrium, Prem locked and schmacked. Going to be starting off this match. Prem locked on target, trying to look for somebody to pass to, but it ends up going to Jazzy, actually. Awkward stop right in front of Arju, but schmacked is able to at least get it into the corner. Keep it safe. Sai right across the crease. Could not quite find the finishing touch, however. From center field, it's going to be Prim locked up to Schmacked, back to Prim. Could not get the last touch. Right back into the LCU blue zone. Arju with control, looks for the center, but Sai, who is probably the shot taker in that instance, gets demoed off, so it's going to force Jazzy to have to go chase this thing. Good bump coming out here from Assyrium. Stopping the play in its tracks. Granted, still in the LCU zone, but not super threatening as of this moment. Now we're bouncing through the crease. And Sai is going to score with one of the players of LCU Blue, sends them into the goal, but could not get the ball. So some successful defense coming out here from LCU. Arju right in front as it gets dropped down in front of him. Could not get past the defense. In the corner, Schmacked is there, but so are the Saints. Jazzy centering pass up to Sai. Sai off the corner, looks for a shot himself. Could not get the second touch. Arju looks to get control, but Schmacked is there. Also Jazzy, now Prim. Looking for the next play. Sai gonna stop it. Assyrium gonna try and contest. Nope, not this time, but how about the second time? Will absolutely push us one aside. We're getting to the point of this tournament where all these matches seem to be absolute bangers. Looking over on the side of Saints Gaming CA2 for that Saints Gold team. 1-1 currently in the series versus Davenport University. Winner goes to that winner's semifinal. Guaranteed top 3 in the Assyrium. Here on the green side of things, gonna find themselves a goal after Primlocked gets the job started off the backboard, and Assyrium gets it past the defenders of the Saints. And at the halfway point, LCU Blue up ahead. Off the face-off, we're going right back into that LCU zone for at least just a moment. Jazzy going to push this thing forward, looking for a pass opportunity. Could not get it. It's going to have to get somebody else to come back and do it. Arju looks for Jazzy, could not get there in time. Schmacked now. A little bit of a breakout, but no boost in the tank. Viserium's here. Schmacked, the ball is coming to him, but he had no boost to contest. So now Primlock's forced to go all the way back. Arju gets this thing extremely close to being centered, but Sai gets taken off the field. Jazzy's centering attempt is going to be pushed away. Arju now with control for the time being up to Sai. Schmack's going to stop him in his tracks. Good little interception there from them. Saints still in the LCU zone though. Arju centering attempt. Prim forced to go up to try and stop this thing. Schmack's now gets this at least cleared into the corner of the Saints zone where Arju is there to contest, but so is Prim. Schmacked now with control for a second, could not quite actually gather it up, so it's going to get cleared eventually. Where Schmacked is going to pick it up, passes it to Prim, back to Schmacked, but intercepted by Sai. Brings her all the way down into the Saints, or into the LCU zone. Drop pass, looks for the shot. Arju is going to be denied here by Syria. LCU Blue keeping that 1-goal lead, but by a thread. The possession is still Saints favored, but they need that finishing blow, and damn well they found it. Sai is going to be able to get the Saints on the board after the pass from Arju in the corner. Pops it up over the crossbar and able to catch that bounce and get that thing in. A tie game here for Saints Green. Off the face-off. Saints find some offense to maybe stop this from going into an overtime scenario. Jazzy pushes it forward. Schmacked is going to gather it for a second, but no boost in the tank. Nasirium, though, is here for backup. Shot on target, forces Arju to make the save. Jazzy off the side, but they both kind of charge at it, but neither of them get this. Schmacked now, breakaway opportunity. No boost, though. Sai's going to get there back in time. 40 seconds left to go in this first game. Schmacked into the Saints zone, going to be stopped at the line by Arju, who brings it in. No boost, though, to really follow up. Sai looking to take it himself. Could not get the second opportunity, though, to get any control over it. It's going to bring Jazzy up, who has to challenge up with Prim locked, and Assyrium is able to get his way so far. Pass to Arju, shot on target, and the Saints are going to be able to get themselves a go-ahead goal with 11 seconds to go, thanks to Sai and Arju. Let's tally another one up here, and I gotta say this, in terms of goals here for the Saints, it's actually a pretty even game. We'll go over that in just a second here, but gotta make sure that the Saints close this out because it is still not over. We've seen what happened in the last series. Prim locked. Oh, they couldn't control it. And unfortunately here for LCU, they will end up falling. St. Clair Saints Green up 1-0 in the series. All right, that was definitely close for comfort, but the Saints have pulled through. And honestly, taking a look at the shots, you know how I was saying that it felt like it was Saints in possession a lot of the time? I think that was 9 shots to 2. Yet LCU Blue kept that thing close, kept the Saints honest. So we hop into game number 2. Off the face-off side, Arju and Jazzy, they're all past that halfway point. They're looking for some early offense. Could not get it, though. Going to lead Schmacked and Assyrium on the charge. Going to get it cleared on through into the corner of the Saints zone. Arju is there for it. No more boost in the tank. Jazzy, Sai are both above half again. Really trying to put on some early pressure here to this LCU Blue squad. Make them sweat a little bit. That being said, though, one good counterattack from LCU Blue could catch the Saints with their tires blown and have no chance of making a save if a shot comes through. We'll have to see if the Saints opt for a change of style here. If they get the offensive opportunity again. Here's a breakout opportunity. Sai passes it up to Arju. Arju dumps it to the corner. Looks for the pass to Sai. Sai is going to have to try and get up quickly. No, leaves it for Jazzy, actually. Going to force Primlock to make the save. Schmacked now, bringing it right into the Saints zone where Arju is going to be able to take it off of their hood. Some Good air here from Arju. Gets past one. Nope, never mind. Schmack is going to be able to stop that in its tracks. Sai up to the skies once again. Going to bring it into the corner. Bouncing pass over to Jazzy. And there's nobody in net. The fantastic play there for Jazzy and Sai to set that one up. Just enough speed to make the LCU defense uncomfortable and get the goal before the goalie can return. Just over 3:30 to go here in this second game. And assuming that this is best of 3 territory still, Saints could have that winner's final ticket right there in their grasps. Although based off of what I'm seeing here from the gold side, semifinal is actually when the best of 5 start. So I think I should probably adjust those overlays accordingly. There we go, all situated on both sides here. Once again, those looking for St. Clair Saints gold, that is on Saints Gaming CA2, where Davenport and the Saints are currently at battle. And St. Clair Saints green here on the main channel, fighting for their life as well here. Primlock's going to get themselves a goal all the way from half field. Fantastic distance on that shot. Able to tie this up at 1. Off face-off goes to Arju with control. Looks to bounce this one off the backboard. Did go off of Nasirium, but goes right to Sai. Nasirium again, though, redirect into the corner, stopping any further rebounds. Arju gets it, looks to redirect towards net, centering pass, but nobody on the side of the Saints are in position to be able to really capitalize on that. They were off getting boosts, so going to allow for LCU to get it into the Saints zone once again. Nasirium going to get shot over. Sai now off the backboard. They were smacked though. Again, LCU now doing a rather decent job at controlling the rebounds, pushing them off to the corner, not letting them bounce straight out, because that's what we see the Saints kind of capitalizing on over and over again, using that backboard as the 4th player of sorts, who always gives the best passes. Shot towards the Saints net, going to be pushed aside. Sai tries to charge this one down, but Arju now in control. Nasirium looking to challenge. Schmacked also challenging, going to be able to stop it. Nasirium with control gets past one of the defenders from the Saints, but it is going to be pushed back by Arju. So LCU just again having themselves a rather hard time finding a breakout. Granted, the one opportunity they finally did where the Saints were a little bit over aggressive. I was talking about that counterattack kind of style. I don't care if it's from your own crease or from half court. If you can blast it towards the net and there's nobody home, it's a free goal. And that's what they were able to do to tie this one up. Some big demos coming on through. Bit of an open net of sorts, only the one back. But Schmacked playing fantastic defense. All those passes, all those shots blocked. Nasirium with control, flicks up, looking for a teammate, nobody's up in the skies. Never mind, he's just gonna do it himself! Nasirium, that did not look threatening in the slightest. He took it from his own zone, flipped it over Arju. Arju couldn't get a piece of it. And then there was no further defense. A little bit of a lack of communication here from the Saints, and a fantastic individual effort from Nasirium. I mean, we may have a series here. But the way this is going, Jazzy looking to charge on forward. Bounced it off the backboard, could not get to anybody until now Arju, who has control over it. Prim locked. Jazzy tries to intercept, couldn't get it. This is just a loose ball here, right outside of the crease of LCU. Double touch from Arju, could not quite get it himself, but the rebound from sides, it's losing the crease, but it is going to be pushed away. The rebound from Arju now is going to be Schmacked, pushing us away. One last chance here for the Saints to get themselves this goal to tie it up. Jazzy demoed off 2 players remaining here for the Saints to try and get this one, but it is going to touch the ground. And that is going to be one of the first map losses, but game losses here for the Saints green roster. So LCU, they're coming to play. Again, they only had 3 shots. That's all they needed, apparently. They got the job done. So counterattack, high-value plays coming in clutch. But thankfully, we don't have to wait much longer for game number 3. Let's hop right back into it. Right off the face-off, we're going into the LCU zone where Arju's looking to take this shot. Jazzy's doing good goaltender interference here on the schmacked. Rebound from Sai, and there we go. Quick goal here for the Saints. The initial goaltender interference there from Jazzy onto Schmacked may not have stopped the first one, but it kind of forced Schmacked to put themselves in a position where they could not follow up on the secondary play. And Sai able to get it past them. So beautifully done here for the side of St. Clair Saints green. Get a quick goal right off the start and put LCU blue in the hot seat again. And Arju's going to add some insurance on top of that. Sai's big bounce pass off the wall and roof just got around all the defenders. And Arju just dives on in. Takes that shot into the right-hand side. Arju's 9th goal of this tournament. Right back into the Saints zone. A couple of dangerous plays here, actually. LCU nearly getting there, but not going to be able to put it through. Winner of this match, of course. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, of course. However, Jazzy may be making me reconsider and kind of call this as is. After Sai, again, from the rooftops, actually, again gets past one defender, and it's just up to Jazzy to dodge the other. Successfully puts it into the heart or the far side. 3-0 now here for Saints in game number 3. And as I was saying, the winner of this matchup will go on to play the winner of Southern Miss and West Virginia University, which in the pre-show I was saying, at least according to the Rocket League community, is one of those teams to kind of look out for due to a couple of roster changes. And Sai going to find goal number 4. They seem to have found their groove now in this one. Arju going to be credited with the assist after just pushing this thing right to center. Schmacked could not react in time, and Assyrium was just too low. Solid attempt, but could not find it. Additional esports updates for the Saints around this CRL. The Davenport University team that the Saints Saints Gold are currently playing on Saints Gaming CA2 were the ones who knocked down St. Clair Academy. And that game right here, right now, St. Clair Gold versus Davenport, that is a game 5 that is just about to start. So definitely, if you have a second monitor, pop that open and give the Gold team some love here. Davenport, of course, no slouches. Meanwhile, Academy is waiting in lower round 5 for GVSU or Purdue Gold. A good run from them, though, so far, of course. But back to the game here at hand. We do have the Saints, of course, up by 4 with just about halfway through this one. LCA, I mean, here we go again. I don't want to say this one's done. We've seen what happened with EAOSU. But LCU, what is it that they say? They have to lock in. That's kind of what has to happen here for a quick turnaround. Saints with all the time in the world, it feels like here, as Sai is going to find a hat trick just to put the extra nail in the coffin here in this matchup, it seems. just picked it up themselves, and that thing dangled on the goal line for a little bit, but LCU could not make the save happen, and at this point, I can imagine that this one's probably a scratch in their mind. Prep for game number 4. Thankfully, of course, this semifinal, best of 5 territory, so you're not getting knocked down just yet. Minute 30 to go. I mean, LCU Blues trying to get some offense in here, and Assyrium shot on target going to be saved here by Arju. Off to the side once again. Jazzy flicks it on over where Primlocked is there ready and waiting. And the Saints offense is still there. Because that is one pretty thing that's pretty crazy. I was mentioning before how the Saints are pretty even across the board in terms of who's actually getting the goals. As it stands right here, right now, give or take 1 or 2 in case I did miss something by human error, of course. But Arju currently has 9 goals here in this tournament. Sai has 11, and Jazzy has 10. Again, that's across the whole tournament, not just the Saturday. Oh, they might be able to add another one on the board there. They had the setup kind of going, but they could not get the pass where they wanted. So now we're going to be right back into it here. Saints zone for just a second. LCU going to be able to clear for the time being. But at this point, this one is all said and done. 10 seconds left to go. I think our Saints Green going to be able to bring this series to a 2-1 lead. See if they can stake themselves one more round win here, get themselves towards that winners finals, guarantee themselves a top 3 in their group. And actually, as of this moment, LCU has left the lobby. I'm not sure if you can see that there on the screen, but they are gone. Sai with 8 shots by himself, absolutely ridiculous. Let's ready up here just in case, but you can see we might be done. Or no, are they coming back? It looks like they're coming back. Okay, we are going to have another game here. I know last year it got a little bit confusing as well, where on the website it said that the semifinals were best of 5s, but then all the scores were all in best of 3, so glad they fixed that up and clarified that for this tournament this time. In the meantime, as you may see above my shoulder, of course, Gold is still absolutely fighting for their life here in this one. Stream is on a delay, unfortunately, though, so what you see above me may not be what you see on the stream right away, but if you want to quickly take a look and see what happened, you absolutely could. Of course, Davenport is one of those teams, again, that has shut down the St. Clair Saints Gold roster in past CRLs. Kind of stopped them on the doorstep. It was Davenport for sure. I think I've written this down, actually, because I was trying to get as much of a... Well, not as much of a storyline, but I was trying to figure out exactly how the tournaments from before went through. We do a lot of matches here, of course, so everything kind of starts to blend together a little bit. Yeah, I remember Ball State kind of denied us before, Akron denied us before, Davenport, and then Maryville. So, yeah, Davenport, one of these teams, of course, that the Saints would absolutely love to shut down. And we'll have to see how that one ends up going. We are finally going to be getting into game here, game number 4. quickly getting things situated over on the other stream, of course. But again, St. Clair Saints Green, they can secure themselves this game. That's a winner's final trip for the guaranteed top 3 and their group. But LCU Blue, if we see the LCU Blue that we see in game 1 and 2, we still could be in for another game or two, as we do see a shot on target actually here from Primlocked, but it's going to be a good save here from Jazzy. But if we get the LCU Blue that we saw in game number 3, then this one is curtains. Sai above the crease, going to get smacked away. Arju off the roof, looks actually going to try and get a pinch off the roof, it looks like, but could not get the angle that they were looking for. Jazzy pass one, looks for Arju, who's in the corner, sharp angle pass, shot on target, Sai, fantastic play to put it in the right-hand side, give the Saints the lead again here for game number 4. Primlocked already being up in the skies for that save made it extremely difficult for them to react to Sai. All you had was the one flip, and that only gets you so far. There we go, Jazzy as well, going to get themselves on the board after the pass from Arju. Let's take another look here. Right up in the skies, Arju is able to find Jazzy up in the air already. And again, the right-hand side for the Saints to go up by 2. Kind of reminiscent of game number 3 here for LCU Blue. Need to turn on the Jets and turn them on quickly here if they want to get themselves back into this series. As the Saints get in position to run away again, I know they absolutely will. Just past the halfway point here in this one. Jazzy with control over the center field. No more boost in the tank, but able to at least get a centering pass there. Oh, Arju was there. There's some good defense here from LCU Blue to at least push this one aside. Counterattack possibility here. Sai's going to control it for the time being. Up for Primlocked, who could not quite get there. Challenged by a Saint. Jazzy up against the Assyrium. The 50 just makes that ball stop dead in its tracks. Gonna send it right back into the Saints zone where Arju is there, but Primlocked is there as well. Looks for a fellow LCU Blue member. Shot on target. Going to be pushed aside by Jazzy. Right back into the LCU zone. Very, very scary ball here for LCU. But they are going to be able to bring this right back out. Schmack to look for the shot, but got stopped by Jazzy before they could take it. Assyrium with the clear, looks for their own pass. Smacks looking for the final blow. Could not get it on target. They're finding some solid opportunities, but there's always a Saint there. There might be another goal here for the Saints. Oh, man. Very, very close there from Sai. Gets demoed off the board, but Arju with the rebound is going to push this one further here for St. Clair. His 10th goal of this tournament to get the Saints up 3-0 here on the doorstep of that winner's final. Off the face-off, we're right back into the LCU zone with just over a minute left of play. Centering pass opportunity here for Schmacked, but just kind of ends up being a dropped, flopped ball in the crease. No real threat to that one. Jazzy's going to pick it up and run with it. Just get it all the way across field. Just killing off all the time at this point. Of course, you don't have to score. Just kill the clock Don't let what EA OSU did to you earlier happen again. Demo and the Nasirium's going to stop whatever offense that was in that play pretty well dead for at least a moment. Kremlock with the shot opportunity was there, but was immediately turned aside. In the Saint zone we go. Nasirium off to Schmack. Schmack, could he get past Arju? Did, but not against Sai, so could not get the shot on target. And as the time ticks down here, like your St. Clair Saints green roster, to find themselves a guaranteed top 3 as they are going to be moving on to the winners final here in the CRL Spring 2025 first open qualifier. Assyrium going to get one for the road, but it does not matter, unfortunately, there for them. Going to be dropping on down to the lower bracket, but of course, making it so far on winner's side does put you pretty far into the lower bracket side already, so still a solid run nonetheless. Just can they keep that going? We'll have to see. Meanwhile, St. Clair Saints green, I mean, the roster changes were made for the attempt at just putting more consistently on some higher place finishes from what I can see from the outside. And as of right now, it seems like it's doing exactly what it needs to do. Now, I'm going to do a quick little bracket review. Of course, anybody who wants to follow along at home, !bracket in the Twitch chat will bring the brackets for both teams, both the gold and the green team, up for view. Looking at the green one first, of course, they did just take out LCU Esports Blue in 4 games. And now we got West Virginia or Southern Miss, which is still going 40 minutes later. So that is, in theory, a close matchup there. Southern Miss, given West Virginia, a run for their money, apparently. Meanwhile, on the side of the gold team, they had a hard-fought Game 5 battle versus Davenport University, but they continue to be a thorn in the gold side, taking them out of the winner's side. Which now means that St. Clair Saints Gold has dropped into the lower quarterfinal. So, already in the top 8. But this is where things get weird, because they have to wait for 1, 2, 3 matches before they play again. And we've seen what's happened to teams that have gotten far in the winner's side and then have to wait for an eternity, then finally get to play a matchup, and end up being like playing cold, so to speak. They're not warmed up, kind of, so to speak. So we'll have to see what happens here with gold. Do also want to give a shout out to the St. Clair Academy roster, still awaiting the match of GVSU and Purdue Gold. And it looks like there is somebody looking to stream that matchup from the community. So if anybody wants to see how Academy is doing, once this GVSU versus Purdue match is done, maybe you can catch that as well. Maybe I'll send a quick message and see if I can co-stream it on our overlay or send some people over. But with that being said, we are still waiting. On the green side of things, we're waiting on Southern Miss and West Virginia University. Once that match is done, the winners final is going to be happening pretty quickly. So stay tuned. Have us on the other monitor as well as to see what Academy is doing. In the meantime, because it will not take long, we will be back into the swing of things in just a couple of minutes. So thank you again for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. There's still plenty more to come. The St. Clair College Varsity Esports program is excited to have been nominated for multiple Scholastic Esports Awards. This includes Nicholas Siri for Student Leader of the Year, Sean Burney for Director of the Year, Zarin Bartholomew for Coach of the Year, Valerie Shalau for Social Media Excellence, Team of the Year to Valorant, as well as Production Team of the Year and Program of the Year. We thank everybody at Saints Nation, all the staff, students, and fans that made this all possible, getting us nominated and voting for us over the past couple of months. Be sure to keep an eye on our social medias on January 11th, as that is when the Scholastic Esports Awards showings will be revealed. And who knows, maybe we'll get a couple of extra W's along the way, and we have all of you to thank for it. All right, forgive me for going in the panic mode there, as this game just kind of jumped out of nowhere. But it is going to be West Virginia University, who was the favorite versus Southern Miss, to take that one up against St. Clair's Saints Green. And apologies for the awkward start, but here we go nonetheless. People who aren't making this any awkward at all, of course, going to be your Saints, though. Started it off with an absolute bang, finding 2 goals pretty well immediately. Absolutely love to see it. Our opponents here, of course, West Virginia University. That's going to be Angel, Tool, and Matt. You know, of course, on the side of St. Clair, it's the same squad that we've been watching for the most part today. Of course, Jazzy, Arju, and Sai. Switching things up, though. Saints not going to be on the orange side for once. Tool up into the skies here for West Virginia, looking to try and knock it on down, and he is going to be successful in doing so. Fantastic individual effort to make that one happen. Matt might have given it to him near his own zone, but a good juke against Arju. So keeping this one close. Saints nearly found themselves another one on the board. That's going to be Jazzy with the rebound. Hits the post as well. So 3 minutes to go here. St. Clair Saints Green up by 1 now. Some decent offense coming out here from the side of West Virginia University. Matt puts on forward. How did they thread that needle? Fantastic shot from Matt right from the corner. Sai was right there. What a shot. It did kind of bounce off Sai, but not enough to make the save. So there we go. Tie game, 2-2. All right, halfway point here, all caught up now. So again, thank you all for bearing with me for the couple of moments of silence, getting everything all looking good here as we see Arju get the go-ahead just like that. 2-2-2, make a wish. We have ourselves a goal here for Arju. Let's see, this is goal number 12 for him here in this tournament. Catching up with the Twitch chat as well, so also big thank you to everybody who's hanging out, supporting the teams, and showing me some love in the chat as well. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you all. Okay, West Virginia up the right-hand side here, looking for that centering pass. Not going to be able to get by the Saints defense, which is going to leave almost a breakaway opportunity there for Arju, but could not get past the one lone defender, as that is going to be now Tool. Bringing it on forward. Arju pushing it through center, trying to get away from Angel. Does manage to do so. Jazzy bounce pass, looks for Arju, but Arju's retreating. Could not capitalize. Sai's going to be able to catch this for a moment, though. Going to be stopped by Matt. That's a hard-charging Jazzy, though, flying around the corner. But it actually ends up being on the rooftop of Angel, but Angel could not control that in the slightest. So now it's going right back into that West Virginia zone. Tool trying to collect this one. Sai just going to get pushed aside here, so a little bit of a breather here for West Virginia, knowing it's not going to at least be an even push if any offense comes on through, for just a couple of seconds, of course. Jazzy in the corner gets past one, does get past Tool as well, passes it back to Arju. Arju, awkward 50-50, bumps up to the skies. Sai's going to win that aerial 50-50 though, but Tool with just enough of it to push it away. 1 minute left to go here, and a big bounce coming out here from Sai. Goal number 13 of the tournament. Getting some of these sharp angle shots in. Threads the needle again between the wall and Angel. So Saints in prime position, of course. Best of 5 territory again here for this winner's final. Winner of this is going to be waiting for a while. Since lower bracket is, I think, about lower round 5, lower round 6 right now. Still plenty of matches to go. Subway or Tim Hortons break anybody? I mean, me saying that makes me think makes it sound like I'm wrapping this match up. Heck no, this is still plenty of Rocket League still to go here. 20 seconds in this one. And honestly, okay, West Virginia could have pulled something, a solid shot opportunity, but could not make this one happen. And St. Clair Saints Green going to clean up game number 1. That is going to be the confirmation right here, right now. We do wait for game number 2. Shots this time overwhelmingly in Saints' favor once again. That's going to be 8-4, Saints favored. And one thing I saw in the Twitch chat that I did want to kind of mention, like, I get excited over the opposing team's goals. Well, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I just like seeing some good Rocket League. As much as I want to see the Saints win and do well, at the end of the day, I'm an entertainer, and I want to see good matches. So I like seeing teams that fight back a little bit. But at the end of the day, of course, we're all here for the home team, right? In terms of a favorite player or anything, though, I do not have a favorite player per se. Call me vanilla, but that is just the truth. And in terms of Gyro being the sub for WVU, according to the Champs League that I was listening to earlier this morning, they did say that Gyro was not actually available, or didn't look like they were available for this first one. So I guess in that regard, if that is the case, Saints might be not getting lucky of sorts. But West Virginia not having Gyro is definitely going to be a bit of a hindrance of sorts. And immediately, I look away for 1 second, Jazzy. Come on, man. I'm trying to keep up with all the matches here. But it's going to be right off the face-off. Look at that. This is why the wall and the backboard is just the perfect teammate. Who else gets you those kind of crisp passes? My goodness. Off face-off, we're going right back into the West Virginia University zone, only for Tool to kind of send this thing out. No offensive opportunity, though, even though they got it into the Saints zone. Going to be immediately cleared out. Sai looking for somebody for backup. Archu is there. Going to bring it off the rooftop, send it all the way across the field. Awkward bounce, actually. Had there been somebody up in the skies, that could have been a deadly shot, but who is predicting a bounce like that? Arju pushes it into the West Virginia zone, but didn't have much left in the tank. That is going to be Tool dismantling them. Slow motion here actually allows for Arju to get it. Sai up in the skies as well, looking to kind of tip that thing through. Could not quite get the job done. A double demolition, double kill for Matt this time. Shutting down any sort of Saints defense for a second, except for Sai, who's able to hold the fort. Once again, big thank you to everybody in the Twitch chat for all the love and positivity. Absolutely love to see it, as we actually love to see some competition here. Angel is going to beat out the Saints as Tool bounces this one off the rooftops. Arjun makes the first initial save, but that ball's moving so quickly that Angel, quick touch, and we have ourselves a tie game. But again, thank you for all the love, and awesome to see some Psy love, some love from the players, and people tuning in from outside of Canada. Absolutely loving to see all of this, and thank you, and I'm happy you all are here. Just over 3 minutes left to go here. West Virginia putting up a solid fight so far. Sai tipped that thing, oh man, right off the post. Had to be very, very sharp on the reflexes there, even to get it to that point. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but a very, very good try. Arju, though, oh my goodness. What looked like was going to be just a backboard and out actually ends up being a shot off here. As Sai lifts this thing up, Arju off the backboard, sharp knockdown coming out here from Arju. Saints take the lead once again. Off face-off, though, Tool had control of it for just a second, but immediately getting sent right back into the West Virginia University zone. Arju shot into the corner, looks for a centering pass off the backboard. Sai is there, Sai off the post, and he's going to end up knock this one through, putting the Saints up by 2 here, 3-1. Sai making his presence back on the green team, well known after a semester, or like half a semester off of sorts, leading the Saints in terms of goals scored here in this tournament, currently leading with 15. Granted, everybody's been on the scoreboard a ton here. Arju and Jazzy are only down by 2 or 3 respectively, with 13 and 12 being the case. Matt on the side of West Virginia University trying to push this one forward. Passes it off to Angel. Arju is there, however, trying to stop it, but Tool, no, did not have the boost to get there. Sai is going to be able to stop this. Down to Arju, shot on target. Make no mistake. That's going to be goal number 2 here for this game for Arju. Perfect timing there from Sai, recognizing that he did not have any further boost. Let's not do an extra flick or anything to mess things up. Hand it off. Fantastic communication across the St. Clair Saints green roster. So many players are, oh my god, I can't even get my thought in here. Never mind the no boost. Jazzy is showing exactly why maybe a little extra flick can do just the trick. Right off the rooftop, Matt's coming in. Nope. You get a left rear on it. Not enough. And the Saints are running away here in game number 2. And how about a hat trick? Why don't we? Jazzy, what has happened? Sai with yet another fantastic pass. And Matt again, oh, definitely kicking himself here. He's gotten a piece of the ball for a save on like 2 or 3 separate occasions, which definitely hurts. Oh, solid opportunity here, though, from West Virginia University, right off the face-off. Going to get themselves one on the board. Tool knocks on board. The nice little deflect, actually, from Matt to make it so that Tool basically gets the ball right on his hood. Nicely done. Right off into the corner, off the face-off into the West Virginia University zone. 6-2, of course, here for the Saints. Again, this is normally the time where I kind of start saying that this goal lead is maybe a little bit too much, as we are going to see yet another one. What an aerial passing play here from St. Clair, from Jazzy and Sai. Right as Jazzy is running out of boost with the handoff. Again, Tool gets a piece of it, but not enough to get the whole save. 7-2. Even more so now. Is this the point where I'm kind of starting to think about the next game as a commentator and as a player probably as well? What on earth, Jazzy? This looked like a harmless little corner play. But I guess when you got the backboard, what can you do? What an impressive goal for number 15 of the tournament for them. Okay, now we're just going in for demo derbies. Let's go. But yeah, at this point, let's see. If can I actually get this thought off in time before another goal happening? Let's see. Let's try this right now. At this point in the game, with such a big goal deficit for West Virginia and the lead there for Saints, I'm definitely calling this one as is. That being said, though, again, EA at OSU told us not to sleep on them. And again, we see ourselves another goal here. West Virginia, Angel, got to catch the pass from Tool to put this game into an 8-3 situation. But 5 goals in 35 seconds is a tough task to say the least. And so far, right off that face-off, the Saints are doing a successful job at killing some time, although Matt is on hot pursuit here. Trying to make something happen pretty quickly, but I think there's just not enough time on the clock for West Virginia to make something happen. Granted, they damn well tried, but Game 2 was just not in the cards for them. Sai looking maybe for one more here. Not going to end up getting it this time. One more for the road? Not quite. That ball's going to hit the ground. So there it is. Game number 2 going into the favor of St. Clair Saints. One more, and they managed to get themselves sitting pretty in the winner's side of grand finals. Shots this time, 11 for Saints, 8 for West Virginia University. In the Twitch chat, Snowy was asking in regards to Arju. Whom is Arju? So Arju is also new to me as well, because just came in for the start of this semester. However, being a professional player kind of is an impressive feat nonetheless. Played for teams like Mouse. Let's see here. I had this written down somewhere specifically. A player from Italy. Played for teams like Misfits, Endpoint, and Mouse, with a bunch of prize money in on his resume of sorts, and is an absolutely exciting and fantastic addition to the roster. Gelling extremely well here with Jazzy, Sai, and Barist as well. I know we haven't necessarily had the chance to see Barist on the field here today, but from what I've been told, everything seems to be going fantastically. As we see this early offense coming out here from the Saints, how did that stay on the goal line for so long? Jazzy with the capitalization in the absolute cluster that was the orange crease, and puts the Saints up ahead again, which what must be absolute emotional damage here for West Virginia University to have one like that go in so quickly. Off into the Saints zone, Tool looking to get something started, but it is not going to be able to get some sort of pass going off to a West Virginia member. Makes it back in time to make the save. Passed off to Matt. Can they beat Arju? Nope. Arju's going to be able to get there just in time. Able to fend off the defense. Or not the defense, but the offender trying to mess with the goaltender. Still some solid pressure coming out here from West Virginia University, though. As Sai just proceeds to demo and Angel. Send them back to the respawn room for just a quick second here. Big rebound off the, or big shot rather, off that wall bounce. Fantastic pass, but an even better save coming out here from the side of West Virginia. Keeping this game within 1. Arju stalling for time, looking for some of the pass to Tool is right there in the crease of the Saints. A very good save though from Jassy to stop that in its tracks. Nearly finding the one-timer shot there. Could not quite get a piece of it, however. Matt gets past 2 of the Saints. Angel is there as well. Tool on hot pursuits as well. This thing is crawling towards the net side. Didn't quite get all of it, but enough to get it to Jazzy at least, who is going to be able to at least push this to the side, control the bounce, keep it away from the front. Matt, nice little flick over Arju, but could not get it past the crossbar. So Arju was able to pick it up, send it up to Jazzy. He's going to set it up the middle, gets through the 2 defenders of West Virginia. Matt with control of it, though, sends it off to Angel, who's in the corner. Tool looks for the one-timer, misses that thing, though. Good attempt, but could not get the shot off. And now, with them playing so close to each other, kind of wrecking each other's movement options, as Matt now gives a fantastic shot, actually, off the crossbar. halfway point in this game number 3, where Saints are looking to capitalize and get themselves a winner's side of Grand Finals seat. But West Virginia, of course, looking to fight their way back, tie this game up, and start their way of attempting a reverse sweep of sorts. And there is no lack of shots, plenty of action in this game. Just unfortunately here for West Virginia, these shots just aren't quite making it all the way to the target. Jazzy, though, shot on target is going to get right by Angel. And that is going to be goal number 17 for him in this tournament. Don't know if Arju was able to interfere with Angel a little bit, but he did see that Angel was already kind of sideways after the shot was already taken, so they could not direct themselves where they'd want. Off the face-off, Sai shot on target, forcing Matt to make a quick save. Although 2-goal lead is next to nothing. Plenty can still happen here in this one. Jazzy looking to maybe add a little bit of extra insurance on top of it. Could not quite get it that time by, though. Arju from the top, who looks to drop that thing down. If Tool wasn't there, that was going directly towards the center of the net. Side to Arju. Arju gets past Angel, who just went a little bit too high. Past the side, looks for Jazzy. Jazzy's a little far away, but he is going to be able to capitalize on it in a second. Just centering pass over to Sai, who is up in the sky. Could not get a piece of it, though. Angel looking to try and stop this. Matt is here as well. Looks to try and slow crawl this one through. Looks for Tool. Tool couldn't get it, though. Sai wins the 50, puts it into the corner of the West Virginia University zone. 1 minute left to go here in game number 3. Saints looking for that grand finals trip. They just have to defend for another 50 seconds. Arju in the corner. Matt is there, though, trying to send this off. Trying to send Tool running. No boost in hands, though. Not able to get anything going that time. Matt's the only one anywhere near this ball, but again, has no boost. This thing's gonna crawl, but no. Saints too fast. Not gonna let this one happen. Angel's off the field. Tool is starved for boost. Matt's using everything they can to try and get back into the play for defense. And I think West Virginia University might be falling here. St. Clair Saints right on the doorstep of getting that grand finals berth. And the first CRL Open qualifier just took one more save there from Jazzy to secure this thing. And that will be the end. St. Clair Saints green, you're off to the grand finals. Absolute delight watching these players compete, and right then and there, switch to the camera ever so slightly slow, but there was some cheers and happiness across the team, as that is just exactly what they were looking for. Oh, tell you what, we might have ourselves a little bit of a break now, but before we do get into that portion, again, just want to thank everybody for tuning in so far. Plenty of exciting action so far today, and we're still not done. Not in the slightest. It's going to be a little bit till we see the Saints green roster compete again here. Actually, let's go quickly take a look. Quickly take a look at the bracket. Of course, exclamation mark bracket, like Atmosphere just did in the Twitch chat. We'll bring up both of the brackets. And you can follow along from home as well. So, with that, I am an absolute bot. We're not going to see green at all because they qualified for day 2 tomorrow. I totally forgot that CRL qualifier does not actually play out their grand finals, but they have confirmed themselves top 8 across all groups in the championship Sunday tomorrow. So my bad on that one, but that's exactly what they were looking for. I was saying earlier how important making that top 8 was. So again, at this point here, St. Clair Saints Green have guaranteed themselves a bunch of points. At the very, very worst, if they somehow go 0-2 tomorrow, they at least get 3 points on the board. However, do you think they're going to want to stop there? Absolutely not. Of course, up to 16 up for grabs. And they've also guaranteed themselves a piece of the prize pool for this Open, where at the minimum, the team will be splitting 600 USD. But for Green, of course, that will be the end of their run for today. They will continue this tournament tomorrow. We are going to be hosting it here. It's going to be 1 o'clock once again here on the Saints Gaming CA stream. Rocket League is also going to be picking up the stream at some point or another, but we will still have it here no matter what. This stream will not be closing down, however. This is going to transition on in to where St. Clair Gold will be playing. A couple quick questions from the Twitch chat as well. Cast a team more often. Hey, we've got a whole season ahead of us here. This is only the first tournament of this season. And I know at least a personal goal of mine, because for the longest time as a producer, I have been, I guess, pushing students to do more commentating. And then I just kind of put myself behind the scenes. But I am kind of getting this positivity around a bunch of different places that I should be on the mic more often. We might have to make that happen. But with that being said, let's take a quick look one more time. I had mentioned the brackets once again. So, yeah. Green's all good for today. They're qualified. They're good. Now it is up to the gold roster, who actually is going to be playing very, very soon. It's either going to be Kaiser University, which would be a rematch, and University of Utah. And it also depends on how the St. Clair College Academy team is doing, as they are currently going up against Boise State University. So, another one of those tough teams. Mr. B-Pick seems to be streaming that match. Might have to take a quick look during this break to see how the squad is doing. But again, yeah, this stream's not quite done. We are going to turn into the home for St. Clair College Gold. I'll cast that as well and see it through for Gold's run here. And if Gold's out but Academy's still going, heck, we'll get Academy on here as well. We'll get some sort of matchup here very, very shortly. It'll probably be about 10-15 minutes, though. So with that being said, thank you again for tuning in. We will see you very, very shortly on the other side as we hit the pitch again, but this time with either St. Clair Gold or Academy. The St. Clair College Varsity Esports program is excited to have been nominated for multiple Scholastic Esports Awards. This includes Nicholas Siri for Student Leader of the Year, Sean Burney for Director of the Year, Zarin Bartholomew for Coach of the Year, Valerie Shalau for Social Media Excellence, Team of the Year to Valorant, as well as Production Team of the Year and Program of the Year. We thank everybody at Saints Nation, all the staff, students, and fans that made this all possible, getting us nominated and voting for us over the past couple of months. Be sure to keep an eye on our social medias on January 11th, as that is when the Scholastic Esports Awards showings will be revealed. And who knows, maybe we'll get a couple of extra W's along the way, and we have all of you to thank for it. All right, thank you for waiting, everybody. We are back in action here. This time, we're St. Clair Saints Gold roster up against the University of Utah, coming in hot after their victory versus Kaiser University. We may have been denied the rematch, but that's A-okay. Utah, let's see what you got. I do believe Academy actually played them a little bit earlier and were able to take them out. So let's see. It's looking in our favor. Can the Saints Gold roster pull this one off? Some big shots actually coming in on the Saints Gold nets, but a good save there. But of course, we haven't necessarily been riding along with Saints Gold in terms on the commentary side. So of course, to introduce, we have Fabso, Besh, and Christian here on St. Clair Saints Gold. Alongside for University of Utah, it's going to be Branch, Hydro, and Bonds. As we see Christian up to the skies, tries to take the shot. Nope, not this time, but Fabso is there, as well as Besh. Try and push this one forward. Branch, though, is going to be able to push it away. Of course, the absolute dream scenario here for the Saints as an entire program would be to have multiple teams here in this top 8 going into the championship Sunday tomorrow. And I tell you what, this Gold Squad, we were talking about it a little bit in the pre-show, but they're so good still. Like, I don't like to think that there's a main team and a second team. I know the community kind of thinks so and gives that edge over to green, but on any given day, gold can be that team. So I still see these teams as equals, but looking at last season, my goodness, they could not quite catch a break. Over and over again, they were denied in the the lower final to just barely miss out on those top 8 payouts and those prizings and points, and could not then get into the championship Tuesday or the actual end of season championship either. So this is the season they're trying to change things up. I know Fabso looking to, or transitioned over from green over into gold. And we'll have to see how that makes change. So far, it's been good, but Bonds is going to put University of Utah here on the scoreboard first after the pass from Hydro. Off the face-off, it did go into the Saints zone for just a second, but now we're trying to transition this over into the University of Utah zone. Christian got sent to the Shadow Realm there. Fabso, double touch. Could he get the finishing blow? No, but there is some backup. Besh is there. Christian shot on target. Barely going to be stopped by Hydro. Great save. Dash over to Christian. Christian get it himself, and he's going to brute force it right through the University of Utah defense. Let's take a look at this again. Picks it up himself, passes it over Bonds, through Nitro, through Branch. When there isn't a path ahead of you, I guess you just plow through it and make your own. As Christian immediately then just demos Branch for good measure as well. Desh in the offensive zone here, trying to get another one here onto Utah, tied 1-1, of course, with about 2 minutes left to go in this first game. I thought we were in best of 3 territory, but Besh sending me the message there in the last possible second, saving me from being an absolute bot once again. Branch going into the St. Clair crease, trying to brute force it himself, but no, is going to end up getting stonewalled there. Christian and Besh in the corner. Hydro stole it though. Breakaway opportunity. Going to get the goal. No. Fabso going to get a piece of it. Takes it out himself. Off to Besh. Shot on target. What a redirect there from Branch though. Able to get the crossbar involved. Stop that one from happening. Besh could not get past Bonds though. Bonds over to Hydro. Hydro looking to knock this one down. Ends up going to Brands, actually. Hydro with the one demo. Fabso looking to try and clear this. Bonds, though, kind of rips it right off of Besh's car. Tipped in front, but no, could not find the finishing touch. Besh with control in the Utah zone. Looking to flick this up himself. He dropped it below Bonds. What a play from Besh. Had he gone high, that would have been stopped. But the decision to go low was absolutely ridiculous, and you love to see it. And that's going to put the Saints up by 1 now with 30 seconds left to go. Last couple seconds were rather quiet, just kind of ping-ponging back and forth. So now, unless something crazy happens in this last couple of seconds, St. Clair looking to take game 1. Just a matter of getting this ball to hit the ground, and there it goes. Successful at doing so. That will be St. Clair Saints Gold taking game number 1. Shots this time rather even. This was 9 for St. Clair to 9 for Utah. So it doesn't get any closer than that, with 1 goal to Vesh, 1 goal to Christian. Unfortunately, I don't have a tally per se of their entire tournament run, but we can make a tally of how well they're doing since we've picked them up on the mainstream here. Vesh is a Giga Chad, absolutely. Plays like that, absolutely cannot agree more. Thank you for taking things into account. Yeah, absolutely. I know it's something I'm encouraged to do quite a lot, is to get some post-game interviews in here. I was running around. I was looking for a second microphone. Then I was told, hey, the next match is ready. It's like, all right. It is what it is. But off we go. Game number 2. St. Clair Saints Gold, University of Utah. Fabso gets past 1, gets past 2. Can he get the trifecta? Not this time. Hydro in position, ready and waiting. However, get the third person involved, or the second person involved rather, and that is going to be Vesh, just capitalizing on an absolute cluster of miscommunicated defense. Bonds flies through. Hydro's nowhere to be found, and that is just... even Hydro's just saying, great pass, which, I mean, if you've been around Rocket League ranks long enough, you know, there might not necessarily be as much sincerity in those words as you would expect. That, and what a save. So definitely a frustrating start there from Utah, but still plenty of time to make something happen. Vesh looking for another one, not going to happen. Christian off the backboard, looks to dive bomb it himself. Could not get there in time, though. And I love as soon as Christian ends up like taking his initial shot or making his pass, he's immediately going into the crease and just bumping every defender he possibly can. Whether it be stopping the next, stopping the defense from making the next save, or just slowing down them from getting a counterattack. It's been interesting to see, and I like what I'm watching. Branch looking to get past Fabso. Fabso's going to deny all 3 of them, actually. Can the Saints corral this into an offensive opportunity? They do get it started, but they do opt against it. Everybody on the side of the University of Utah blew what they had in the tank boost-wise to get back, and they've got full tank again. Meanwhile, St. Clair kind of skunked right now in terms of boost, so going to have to play it a little bit conservatively. Branch looking for a teammate, could not find them. It's going to be Fabso down the Christian. Christian looks for one. Bonds with the save. Fabso there for the rebound. Off the backboard, is there a Saint there? Vesh is there, but could not get all of it because Hydro was on hot pursuit. A big demo coming out here from Vesh, though. That would have been problematic because I think Hydro would have had either a clear shot or a clear pass to their teammates. Probably could have tied up this game. Little Bonds and the rest of University of Utah looking to continue to pressure. Hydro to Bonds. Bonds shot on target. Vesh going to stop that one. Branch able to take out Fabso as well. No boost for you for a little bit until you go get it again yourself. Vesh to the skies. Good save from Hydro. Is there a rebound? Christian crosses the entire thing. And what a demo. What a goal there for St. Clair Saints Gold. Was just talking about Christian's goaltender interference. And a perfect example right then and there. No 2-minute penalties for goaltender interference in this game. Nope, that is encouraged, if anything. What a play there from Christian as well to even get that into the crease at all, considering there was 2 members flying at him, but the ball was cleared eventually. Fabso looking to move this thing on out. Awkward 50, dives straight up. Branch looking for Hydro, but Hydro had no boost to follow up, so those things get sent right back into the Utah zone. Bonds is going to corral it for just a second. Pop fly ends up getting picked up by Fabso, who goes into the corner. Christian Looking to set this up, has everybody where he wants them. Could not squeak through, though. Branch with a fantastic save. Hydro pass ends up going right to the Saints. Christian, this is going towards the net, but it is going to be Branch pushing us aside. Plowed through everybody once, not going to plow through us again. Branch looking for the knockdown. Fabso, though, great job getting a piece of it. And Christian again finding himself a demo. A little bit of a breakout opportunity as well. Could not get it past the defenders. But all of these opportunities, sure, the Saints might not necessarily be scoring on them, but with the ball constantly being in the Utah zone, Utah ain't scoring either, so getting the job done. The 50 seconds is still plenty of time if Utah gets the opportunity to make a play. Good stop there from Branch. That was actually a really, really awkward save, but good on them to do it. Hydro off the backboard, looks for Bonds. It's going to end up being the right post taken down this time. Good opportunity, but could not capitalize on it. Same thing for Hydro, whiffs on the aerial. And that might be all she wrote. Let's get a 360 pop, shove it into the net for the hat trick. Absolutely love to see it. All time in the world. And that should, in theory, seal this game. Off the face-off, it's going on into the St. Clair zone. And now I'm second guessing myself. Tony Hawk fans, is a pop shove it just a 180 or a 360? I can't remember. It's been a while. But anyway, back to this one. Saints Gold taking game number 2 rather convincingly in a rather controlling fashion. Yeah, I'm not sure if y'all heard that. My game was stroking out there for a second, but okay, we're still connected. Still good to go. Shots this time, it really tells the story compared to how even it was last time. I believe that was 12 shots to 2. Well, in theory, one more time here for the gold roster. Get themselves into that next round, make themselves top 4 in the group. Just waiting on one of the teams to come back. I think they forgot it was best of 5. Oh, a couple of them are in here, so it'll be just a moment's time. But I hope everybody's been enjoying themselves today. I know first broadcast back. I'm enjoying myself as well. It is good to be back. And as we see in the background, it's game time. Game number 3 now underway here. One more game like game number 2, or game number 1 for that matter. And St. Clair Saints Gold will be moving on into that semifinal. Is there anybody waiting for them, I wonder? It's going to be either Boise State or Columbia College. And Christian is going to put us into the express lane of getting into that next round. After Fabso's pass to Vesh, and Vesh ends up dropping this one off to Christian. Puts it in the back of the net. Some other Saints news across the CRL. Unfortunately, our St. Clair Academy roster did end up dropping. Boise State did end up taking them out. But that is a finishing place in this group of 9th place, which I think actually does award points to the Academy team. Or am I thinking of this wrong? We'll have to double check that in a second, of course. Yeah, it should, in theory, that should give them 2 points. So there we go. Academy getting some points on the board as well towards this CRL Spring 2025 championship. But since that first goal, it's been a little bit quiet for the most part here for University of Utah, trying to get themselves out of here, but you can just see the control again, just constantly in the Saints' favor. Little flick pass here from Christian. Don't see that too often, but did end up just going cross field. Fabso off the backboard, looks to get it himself, but Bonds is going to be there. Vesh just going to stop this thing from getting cleared, however. Hydro looked to push it out, but Fabso is there to interfere. Shot on target, it's off the crossbar. Christian is right there at the crossbar as well. Pitches it in to stop it, but could not redirect it. Too awkward of an angle. Little lucky there for the University of Utah. They were definitely beat, but at least this game for them stays within one. Shot from Bonds, looks to pick the corner, but he picked it maybe a little bit too good. Hits the post. So both teams getting a bit of a break, with Christian pitching it up against the crossbar and it's staying there. And then the University of Utah hitting the corner of the crossbar 2 times where both teams were beat, but not punished. Vesh is just going to not waste any more time, and he just blitzed that thing himself. What an absolute aggressive move here. You can tell it was a little bit awkward here from Bonds, trying to control it. What he inadvertently ended up being is a golf tee for Vesh to just take a 3-wood to and just smash it on into the hole immediately. So unlucky there for the side of Bonds and the University of Utah. Could not corral, could not control that ball. And it does end up punishing them. Saints are out of juice as of this moment. Vesh is the only one with any boost at all. Fabso finally picking some up. Branch tries to get past Vesh, not going to be able to beat them. Bonds gets a piece of it, but immediately gets punted away. A little bit of a revenge hit there onto Vesh. All kind of stuck here in the University of Utah zone. Fabso with control, has Vesh alongside, could not get the pass off though. Break out the underway, Bonds shot on target, it's gonna be stopped by Christian. Fabso now the other way is gonna force Hydro to put the Jets on, but could not control it. Christian centering pass, could not find someone to get that final shot. Fabso to the skies into the Utah zone, drops it down, Bonds gonna push it aside. Vesh, however, is going to be able to control it. Christian hovering around like a shark, looking for the pass, looking for the opportunity to strike. I say like a shark, but I've been told he's a capybara, but I don't think of a capybara as a very ferocious animal. Very, very slow push here for Utah through the center. I feel like they had plenty of time to actually make that happen. But they really, really didn't commit to anything, and they're just blowing a ton of time here. Christian from the corner. Fabso with a good little punt. Vesh is going to try and get this ball towards the center, but we kind of are just mosh pitting right into the left corner of the University of Utah zone. Christian off the rooftops, right back into the corner. And as of this moment, I think it's safe to say that St. Clair Saints Gold is going to be looking to move on forward into that lower semifinal. Just got to hit the ground one more time, and that will confirm it. St. Clair Saints Gold 3-0 University of Utah, moving forward into the lower semifinal of their group. They have this match and then potentially one more if they keep winning to find themselves into the top 8 alongside St. Clair Saints Green, which would be absolutely incredible having both the teams. It's going to be a nightmare for me to try and stream tomorrow. This was kind of tough enough as is where we had both streams running, but with it being 2 top 8 games, I want to cast both. And you can't cast both at the same time, but we'll at least have it streamed no matter what. Don't get me wrong there. We'll figure something out. But with that, of course, incredible job once again there from St. Clair Saints Gold. very, very aggressive, especially I give Christian some props there once again. Just extremely aggressive. Loving the pass into goaltender interference, the demos. Love seeing it. Vesh is an absolute giga chat, like Twitch chat was saying before. And same thing with Fabzo, just an absolute play-making master. So things have been looking so far so good here. Let's take a look at the bracket again. Exclamation mark bracket in the Twitch chat. We'll bring up the bracket for you to follow along at home. And one thing I am seeing, so of course it's Columbia College and Boise State. We play whoever wins with that. That game is currently 25 minutes in. So if it's 3-0, they'll be finishing shortly. But if that match is competitive at all, they probably still have another 10 minutes or so. But we do see Davenport University Black in the lower final. So if the Saints win this next game coming up, they'll have to play Davenport to qualify into that Day 2 top 8 double elimination. And like I had said during the pre-show, like I had said a couple times so far over the broadcast, that gold roster, just for whatever reason, has just Davenport right on their back, constant thorn in their side. So, heck, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see today be the day that they get it going and get the job done. But I also don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. We still have Boise or Columbia coming right around the corner. And this is going to be my quick opportunity to snag some water before we get into the next matchup. So we are going to throw this to a very, very brief break. We'll be back on the field as soon as the next match is ready. Of course, we'll be on this screen, so you'll kind of see up here once the lobby starts moving and kind of know when to expect the next match to get started. Again, my name's Dan Banner, and again, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back very, very, very shortly. The St. Clair College Varsity Esports program is excited to have been nominated for multiple Scholastic Esports Awards. This includes Nicholas Siri for Student Leader of the Year, Sean Burney for Director of the Year, Zarin Bartholomew for Coach of the Year, Valerie Shalau for Social Media Excellence, Team of the Year to Valorant, as well as Production Team of the Year and Program of the Year. We thank everybody at Saints Nation, all the staff, students, and fans that made this all possible, getting us nominated and voting for us over the past couple of months. Be sure to keep an eye on our social medias on January 11th, as that is when the Scholastic Esports Awards showings will be revealed. And who knows, maybe we'll get a couple of extra W's along the way, and we have all of you to thank for it. All right, that didn't take long now, did it? We are back in action here. Lower semifinal here for St. Clair Saints Gold up against Boise State University. This is one of those teams that the Rocket League community over at the Champ League has been really kind of riling up, specifically over Preston, who is a new addition to Boise State, or returning addition. I can't remember exactly the context, but was basically the player to watch of sorts here on the side of Boise State. But of course, the rest of the roster, definitely don't sleep on them either. Durtho and Wuzzy, they're ready to rock as well. They've made it this far, they must be solid. And Preston with the shot right off the start here, making the Saints make a couple of saves here. There's 4 minutes to go into this one. Winner of this match does have Davenport University waiting for them. And we are going to see a little bit of a brute force play here from Durtho to get Boise State University on the board. Decent defender interference coming out there. I believe it was either Preston or Wuzzy was right on top of that as well. Oh, that goal animation was absolutely adorable. My goodness. Another opportunity here for Boise State. Durtho again looking for goal number 2 of this match. Does end up getting denied, but you can see Saints are starting to get pushed maybe a little bit more than we've seen the past couple matches. But this is going to be a tough one. Durtho up to the skies. Looks to lob this one up for Wuzzy. Is there the third? Where is Preston? Not in position to make this one. Going to be able to make the save, however. Goes there defensively, ready to go. No more boost in hand, and Christian is going to find that ball just kind of floating above the crease. I don't mind if I do. Just takes that after Vesh pops it off of Wuzzy, actually, and Wuzzy inadvertently makes that a pass there for the Saints. But of course, our Saints roster, no strangers of tough matches and adversity, of course. A lot of these players have been playing for quite a long time. I know we mentioned Sai from the green roster and Hank Fabso as well. Like mentioned in the Twitch chat, like they were playing in like professional leagues and winning CRL and whatnot together. I remember when both of those players came together last semester doing in work. Sure, they might be separated now, but still doing absolute fantastic stuff on regardless of which team that they are playing for. Redirected towards the net. Wuzzy is there, but it is going to be stopped by the Saints. Durtho could not control it. Going to allow for Fabso to push on forward. Could not stop Preston, however. Going to end up sending it right back down. Wuzzy on hot pursuit as Christian tries to corral it for just a moment's time. Vesh now trying to carry it out. Preston looked for the tee off on Vesh's hood, but not going to be given to him. Durtho nearly had the opportunity, but Christian's going to make sure that he's there to stop that from going in the net. Wuzzy into the corner. Vesh is not going to be able to get past Preston. Durtho's not going to be letting that one by either. Back and forth game here so far in game number 1. With Wuzzy taking off the board for just a second, Saints push on through. Christian would have had that on target, but Durtho did not touch it, so good stop for Durtho. Preston off to Durtho. Christian is there to meet him up in the skies, but it does end up being kind of an odd lob ball right out on the outside of the crease. Centering pass attempt from Preston, not going to make it. Durtho going to keep it in the St. Clair zone. Right now, considering we've been watching the Saints have majority of the control in majority of their matches, this is the first time where I'm going to probably say that they've just been outperformed so far in terms of possession. Boise State doing a fantastic job of that, at least over those last 2 to 3 minutes. Still a minute left to go, and at the end of the day, the score is even. The Saints looking to fight their way on in here. But again, Durtho just at the center line, making things so obnoxiously difficult. Off to Preston, who puts it past 1, puts it past 2. But it is going to be Christian. Send this up to Vesh. Vesh looks for the redirect. Nearly had that on target. Durtho with a fantastic save. Careful now from defense to the offense, pushing it on through, forcing Fabso to meet him up in the skies. Besh trying to take it off the Preston's hood is going to be successful for a second. Wuzzy takes it though. They're just going to use whatever boost they have left to get into the corner. 20 seconds left to go in game number 1. Tied at 1. It just takes one opportunity to stop this overtime from happening. Shot on target at Preston. Make no mistake. They find the opening and get the goal with 11 seconds left to go. All comes down to this face-off here. What ends up happening? So far, Fabso with the control. Can they find someone to pass to? Gonna try and drop it down, but it drops down into an absolute swarm of players. And that should in theory be the case. No, that wasn't actually it. Can Fabso keep this up? Not long enough. It is gonna be knocked away. So a very, very solid game number 1. Very, very close, but again, or rather for the first time, what we're seeing here on stream, just the last couple of seconds did not go in the Saints' way, and the shots were basically even. Boise just had that one extra shot, which ended up being that one extra goal that they needed to take that W. Of course, best of 5 territory, our Saints are definitely nowhere near close to done yet. Let's get back into the swing of things. All reset. Let's try game number 2. Right off the start, Saints are being pressured pretty well immediately. Barely keeping that out of the net. Another shot on target. Fantastic save from Fabso, keeping Boise State out of the goal. In the Boise zone, picked up by Vesh, off to Christian. Christian going to be immediately pushed aside. Picks it up again, tries to send it down to Fabso. Was not able to get past Durtho, however. Durtho off the backboard, looking for the shot attempt, not going to find it. 3 Saints cross half. Where's the defense from Boise? There it is, Durtho. Last possible second, making the save, but there could be more that comes from. No, Christian is going to be stopped by Wuzzy. Vesh looking for a tip, but could not get there. Fender on it. Tries to challenge the corner. Fantastic challenge, actually. That went directly through the center of the net, or through the crease, rather. And I know I wasn't expecting that one. I don't expect the players to expect that either. Good challenge here from Fabso. Got past the one, but could not get past Preston. Was he now in control? Preston demoed off the board. Loose ball right at the halfway point. Preston going to pick this one up in the Saints zone. Off the corner, looking for one. Wuzzy gets demoed. Can Vesh turn this into an offensive opportunity? Flicks it past one of them. Off the crossbar. Off of Fabso. Fantastic shot. It's St. Clair. They have themselves the lead. Fantastic turn of events here for St. Clair Saints Gold. Able to find themselves a lead quick, or I would say relatively quickly here in game number 2. Still 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. But considering they were the ones being pressured for the most part of that first 2 minutes, them being able to strike first here is absolutely fantastic. Drop down pass in the center. Awkward clearing attempt here from Durtho. Shot from Vesh on target, and Vesh is going to get another here. That is goal at least number 6 since we've had them on the stream. Assisted by Christian as that one goes dead center and the Boise State net. Saints keep this up, however, we'll have to see. Is there an opportunity where Boise State can turn on the Jets and start putting some of the pressure back on? Again, they had pretty much all of the pressure in those first 2 minutes. Up until they didn't, and there's the breakout opportunity, but what a save from Fabso to keep Wuzzy out of the net. Rebound coming out here from Durtho. Another big save from Fabso. Durtho, one more time. To Wuzzy. Off the crossbar. Could not make it happen. The St. Clair defense comes in strong, looks for the counterattack. Christian shot, gonna be deflected by Dirtho. Fabso stopped by Wuzzy. Wuzzy's gonna be able to get past 2. And you have to get Preston involved to get it into the Saints corner. Fabso with boost, but Dirtho looks to fake the shot. Preston's shot, that was absolutely on target, but again, 6 saves so far here for Fabso in game number 2 alone. A big catch here from Christian, though, just absolutely beams it from his own crease, forcing the saves out of Boise State University. Minute 35 left to go here in game number 2. Saints are on pace to get themselves back on the board here after a little bit of a rougher game 1. But can they keep that momentum going? What a play from Boise. Wuzzy's going to tuck that one in. Dirtho giving, I think, Christian a little bit of a taste of his own medicine, or the same idea. Gets the pass, gets the punt, and Wuzzy just has to walk it in, and now we have a 1-goal game. Off face-off, went to the St. Clair zone for a second. Going to be picked up by Fabso. Off to Vesh, shot on target. What a last-second save there from Preston. That thing barely didn't clip that inside post. A little bit of an awkward spill here in the midfield, though. Vesh actually got himself such a boost that nearly got the shot off themselves. Was he going to make the save, however? Vesh gets past 1, does have it in the Boise zone. A dangerous pass from Preston. Vesh was right there. Going to get another shot, but did not necessarily have the juice to get much power behind it. Dangerous cross there from Christian, but it is going to be able to at least keep it in the corner. 35 seconds left for the Saints to kill if they want to tie the series up at 1. Dirtho to Wuzzy, and Wuzzy, he found it. Found the opening necessary after a fantastic pass from Dirtho. Did not waste any time at all. Fantastic speed. Vesh had the opportunity, but could not get a piece of it. Great play from Boise. All right, we're all tied up now, 2 apiece. Off the face-off, we're going into the Boise State University zone. Preston does have control, though, as of this moment. Sends it up to Wuzzy. Wuzzy looking for maybe a hat trick here to send off this game. Would be an absolute statement play. Dirtho getting their hands dirty. Just getting rough with any of the Saints necessary. Big shot coming off through. Christian stopping this from becoming a loss. And we now have overtime for the 2nd time here today on stream. Christian immediately goes for Wuzzy. Immediate demo. Can they capitalize on this? They have it in the corner. Basically everybody from Boise jumping up to make that stop. Is Wuzzy here? Okay, you get demo so hard, you get DC'd? That isn't actually a thing, not like this, Boise! Fabso finding their 2nd goal of the game after something happened to Wuzzy. And that is going to tie the series up at 1. What on earth? I mean, perfect here for St. Clair. You take them where you could get them. Dub's a dub, but that's definitely heartbreaking for the side of Boise State University. I can't help but empathize, but as the FGC and Smash scene would say, we take those. It is what it is, exactly, yeah. You hate to see it, but you can't stop the game. You can't pause it there. We do have a brief moment, it looks like. So yeah, something definitely happened to Wuzzy's PC. Balled so hard the PC crashed, apparently. Wuzzy has returned to the lobby, so okay, this won't be much of a delay. We'll be getting right back into it very, very shortly, but a very, very close game for both teams. Saints definitely thanking their lucky stars on that one, because get into the next game much quicker that way, get themselves on the board. Off we go. Game number 3 now underway. Very awkward face-off here at Christian in a very, very weird pitched position. Wuzzy looking to pick up where they left off. Shot on target again. Christian going to make the save, bring it to the corner. Fabso looking now to maybe make an offensive play off of it, but Preston is going to get back in time. Stop that ball from going any further. Vesh up to the skies. Would normally chase that himself, but is going to have to stick to the ground. Demos Wuzzy. Christian, shot on target. Going to be stopped and pushed aside by Dirtho. Preston, shot on target after a fantastic pass from Dirtho. Boise State going to find themselves on the board within the first 40 seconds here. Nothing fancy about that, just nice, clean passing plays. Benefiting Boise State at the start of that one. Off the face-off, we're going right back into the St. Clair zone. Dirtho looking for the backboard. Shot on target. Wuzzy finds the 3rd goal of the series for themselves. Kind of got robbed in game number 2. Gonna make up for it here and get Boise some insurance early in game 3. Double demo coming right off the rip here. Off the face-off. Big pitch actually there from Vesh. That is on target, but Dirtho is there to make the stop. Now off to Wuzzy, who's already up in the skies, ready to go. Dirtho could not get a piece of it for a finishing touch. So now Fabso to Christian. Christian on target. Fantastic passing play for St. Clair Saints. Get themselves on the board. Bring this back within 1. Just enough power, just enough angle to push that one over Wuzzy, who was absolutely there, ready to make that save. Did not happen, however. Now, right off the rip again, Preston barely denying Fabso from getting that goal. It took everything in the tank to get there, but a fantastic save. Very awkward touch there for Vesh, though, was not able to get the ball where they wanted. Put it into the Saints zone for just a second. Vesh with control, but had no boost. Now it's all loaded up, but is it too late? Wuzzy is here, putting pressure on. Preston with the rebound, but Fabso is going to make the save twice. Breaks out the other way. Next to no boost in the tank, though. Christian, again, no boost, but trying to make some sort of passing play happen, and it will not. Preston is going to pick this one up back past that halfway point. Absolute beam shot coming towards that top left corner. Ends up hitting the post, though, so Saints will get bailed out of that one. Perhaps with the demo onto Wuzzy. Can they make a move here? Vesh still with next to no boost in the tanks, just kind of crawling around out there. But Boise's just doing a fantastic job of starving the Saints while they're in a pressured position. Christian next to nothing. Vesh next to nothing. Fabso at a half tank. Finally getting a little bit of an offensive play going here. They're going to crawl and just try to brute force this thing. Christian alongside Wuzzy, who is up in the skies. No boost, but yet still denying the aerial. Fantastic effort there from Christian to keep that ball in there as long as they did. But now we're going right back the other way. From the Saints zone, we have Vesh getting stopped pretty quickly here by Preston. Christian, awkward pop fly. Goes to Wuzzy, but there is going to be Vesh in net to make the save. Off of Preston, it goes right back into the Saints zone. Dirtho keeps it there. Nobody really in control as of this moment until Wuzzy picks this one up. Double touch, looking for it. Could not get past the St. Clair defenders, where we see Dirtho off the rooftops. I think they got their flip reset. Sure enough, they did. A fantastic opportunity, but Vesh is going to be there to deny that one. Picks it up, passes it on over. Shot is going to be wide. Can they get a rebound off it? Vesh not going to be able to get it. Christian, it goes over his head. Preston, a little bit of a breakout opportunity. Punts the goaltender away, but Wuzzy's not going to be able to get there. Fabso absolutely denying them. Can the Saints turn this one around? It does get denied at the halfway point. just over a minute left to go. Dangerous crossing here for Christian, but gets away with it. Stuck in the St. Clair zone for just a little while longer. Christian going to be able to bring this up. Fabso is there ahead of him. Big demo. Can they make something happen? It's on target. And Vash is going to tie this up with a minute to go. Christian with the pass. One demo. Takes Preston out of the play as well. And the sacrifice coming out there from Fabso to stop the other defender makes us have ourselves a tied game once again. This is what we love to see. Off the face-off, it is going into the St. Clair zone, but Durtho does not have much boost to really make anything happen. Wuzzy's not going to be able to get a piece of it either, so now up to Preston. Centering pass to Wuzzy. Wuzzy's shot is going to be on target, but barely pushed into the crossbar by the Saints defenders. 20 seconds of regulation. That was a huge shot, but an even bigger save from Christian, keeping the Saints here in game number 3. We're going the other way. Can they get it? They can! Fabso give the Saints the lead with 13 to go. Right on the verge of getting this third game. Got to hang on a little bit longer, but stop Wuzzy. Oh God, you do not want Wuzzy to get in there. They had the opportunity, but it is going to be shut down. One final play either way. Going to be knocked down. Vesh with the icing on the cake. Finding one more, and St. Clair confirmed this third game. Now up in the series, 2-1. Oh my goodness, what a comeback. Absolutely love to see it. Incredibly done there from the St. Clair Saints Gold roster. They were completely outshot in that game too. So there was 16 for Boise State, 8 for St. Clair. Yet St. Clair will be the ones finding the W here in game number 3. Holy smokes. 9 saves. No, is that even more? Yeah, 9 saves there across all of the Saints as well, compared to the 4 from Boise State. My goodness. I don't blame Boise for taking the couple of moments necessary to regroup themselves before getting into the next one, because that hurts. Emotional damage. Let's get back into the swing of things here. Game number 4. Saints need one more to get themselves into that lower final, but you damn well know Boise's going to be giving everything they got to stop this. And one thing to quickly shout out here while we're kind of floating through, because I see Press in the chat, of course, Press, coach of the Rocket League Academy squad. They were knocked out by this Boise roster. And even then, I believe it took them to a game 3, if I do recall correctly. Yeah, St. Clair College Academy took them to a game 3. So we see how good Boise is playing here versus Gold. So I got to give a shout out to the Academy squad for bringing them to game 3. Definitely excited for them as well. Awkward play here towards the net of St. Clair. Durtho going to be denied by Fabso. Was he in the corner with it? Durtho looking for the center. Going to be successful. No, Vesh is going to be right there to stop it. Christian centering pass. Who's there? Preston is. And they're not going to be shooting on their own net. Into the St. Clair zone. Wuzzy has control of it for a second until the Saints actually collide with each other. That could have been dangerous, but they're going to get away with it this time. Christian looks to lob it over both of the defending Boise State members. Not going to be able to do so, but Vesh is there. Durtho to Preston now into the St. Clair Saints cross zone. Awkward 50 through center, going to be picked up by Christian. Ends up being a pass, actually. An unfortunate play here for the Saints. Dearth, though, is going to capitalize and score this one. Christian looks to try and get the Vesh, but Wuzzy ends up intercepting and finding an absolute perfect pass to Dearth. Oh, this game isn't over. The series is not done yet, but the Saints looking to get aggressive right off the face-off. Double demos coming across. Wuzzy going to pick this one up to try and bring it into the Saints zone. Vesh there, but Preston is there as well. Fantastic backup coming out here from Preston. Sure, Wuzzy got challenged, but the way that ball bounced absolutely made for a fantastic pass. That one hurts for the Saints, but I gotta say, good backup, Boise. Christian right off the face-off. This one's going right to Dearth in the Boise State University zone. Christian up the Fabso, but it does get taken by Dearth. Dearth, no more boost in the tank, but the reinforcements are here. And Preston with their second goal of this game, turning up the heat here right before halftime. All this aggression and all these goals coming all at once can definitely be a mental boom kind of moment here for St. Clair. He must shake it off and get on forward, but easier said than done. Christian gets past one, gets past two, and wow, Preston barely getting there in time to make the save. It's good to see the Saints still have confidence to go for their own plays, go for their own moves. Sometimes when you get scored on so many times in a row like that, you kind of lose your confidence and don't have the oomph to kind of go for it anymore. And Dearth is going to be credited with the goal this time, as Vesh and one of the players from Saints were diving on through to try and get there in time. It did catch Christian's hood, so definitely a heartbreaker here for St. Clair. 4-0 now, Boise State here in game 4. Granted, there's still plenty of time. This is not done. But you're a little shaken up, that's for sure, here for the side of St. Clair. Vesh with the pop fly towards the Boise crease, and it starts with one. Fabso couldn't find the pass from Vesh, floating through the crease right off of the roof like that. Dearth couldn't actually get all of it either, and neither could Preston. So there we go. Saints fans, you're still in this one. What a face-off, though, just as Saints start to get a little momentum. He's going to shut that down pretty well immediately. Ouch. All right, so we're right back to within 4, and oh god, deja vu. We nearly saw it again. Fabso looking to go to the skies, make something happen. 1:30 left on the clock. Christian knocks this one down. Preston's going to make the save. And he's going to try this again. Christian is going to be able to push us into the corner, trying to get past up Dearth. They could not find the opportunity. Good block from Fabso. Can they follow up off the backboard? Christian's there, but nobody could really get a good touch on it. Not even the defenders. Vesh now with control to center, and Fabso did get denied. Last minute of play in the 4th game. Preston might have got demoed, but he did at least get the initial shot off, which is going to kill off a little bit more time of this clock. Vesh and the rest of the Saints, they need something quickly if they want to keep themselves in this one. But again, 4-goal lead with under a minute to go. Like I was saying before, this is kind of where I start thinking about the next game. Oh, we'll have to see. You never know. 30 seconds left to go. Vesh going to push us over to the side as the clock ticks down. One more opportunity here for Christian. Centering pass is going to be pushed aside by Boise State University. But that will do it for game number 4. Clock's going to tick down, but that is all she wrote here for game number 4. We have ourselves a game 5 scenario between St. Clair and Boise State. Oh my goodness. Absolutely incredible series so far here. 5-1 now for Boise State after that one. So now 2-2 series. Saints just been outshot that time, looking like 11-7. So maybe not as bad as it may have felt, but there are definitely a couple of moments there as the Saints players and Saints fans where I kind of got that odd feeling where they were shook a little bit. Checking the chat to see if everyone's kind of thinking the same way. Oh, excuse me for being quiet. It's just been a long day, quickly trying to take a quick breather here. I also just want to take a quick second, of course, while we are still waiting on the next game to load on in. A big thank you to everybody for tuning in. And I'm loving the fact that we have a little bit of out of Canada representation in the Twitch chat here. Absolutely love to see it. Thank you for joining us. Thank everybody, of course, for joining us. All right. Ready for game 5? Let's get on into this lower finals ticket on the line to face Davenport University to possibly get your tickets into the championship top 8 tomorrow. Christian gonna try and do it all by himself. Durtho's gonna have to stop that in its tracks though. Fabso looking for the rebound, trying to now find Vesh. Vesh gets control of it, pops it through center, but nobody on the Saints was there ready to go. Christian's gonna at least be able to stop this at this center line. Brings it on in. Not going to be able to get much with it, though. Preston clearing opportunity. Going to be stopped by Christian. Drop pass. Not going to make contact with the Saints player. Durtho from across the field with a fantastic redirect. Preston clears this thing from center. And Durtho barely even gets a headlight on it, but it's just enough to redirect it away from Vesh. And Boise State take an early lead once again here in this game. Off into the Boise zone we go. Shot just barely goes wide. Vesh is going to be able to gather it up for just a moment, but Wuzzy is there. Christian trying to stop it, but Preston's making things difficult here for the Saints. Gets past 2 of them. Vesh is the last player back. Gonna be able to stop it, but Durtho is there. Preston looking for the redirect. Doesn't touch it at all, actually. Maybe a little bit of a fake. Maybe it was a miss. Who knows? It was still on target, but the Saints able to make the save. Drop pass into the crease. Gonna be picked up here by Vesh. Can they get it into the corner? They will, but Wuzzy is there. Awkward bounce actually going right towards the net. I don't think any of the Saints expected that 50 to go the way it did. And we're not quite in position for a one-time shot. Awkward pass there. What a demo, what a goal. Wuzzy adding the insurance onto Boise State's lead here after Preston goes headhunting on Fabso, who was the last player back. Opening that net wide up, and now here we are. St. Clair Saints gold. 2-0 deficit in this possibly final game of the tournament if they do end up going down here. Into the Saints zone we go once again. Fabso looking to try and get away with this. He will get the shot off, but Durtho is there to make the save once again. Vesh looking for Christian. Christian gets a piece of it, gonna go off to Fabso, but Wuzzy is there to challenge. Goes towards the net. Christian up in the skies, gets past 1. Can they get past Preston? They will for just a moment, but an awkward pop fly. They get Preston, but they don't get the ball. It's going right back into the St. Clair zone. Wuzzy looking for goal number 2, and they will absolutely find it. Basically gets their own rebound here. Christian was able to make the first initial save, but could not find the follow-up. And unfortunately here for Saints Nation, it feels like St. Clair is kind of falling apart at the rubber here. Shot on target is going to get pushed aside once again, just passing that halfway point here in this 5th game. Christian picks it up from the St. Clair zone, looks to try and bring it on in. Preston is back in the corner with control for a second. Fabso, shot on target, rebound from Vesh is not going to be able to make contact. Goes up to Durtho again. Christian with a fantastic save to keep this within 3. Vesh into the corner they go, looks for one, not going to find them. Christian is there. Could not get it hard enough towards the net. Durtho falls, Christian falls. Lots of demos across the board here and not enough power to get the job done. They went through center and it absolutely got punished. Not much Vesh could really do there, but just to try and flip it towards the corner, unfortunately. And with that going through the center, Preston is going to punish it. A 4-goal lead with 1:30 to go now. Vesh trying to make some sort of individual play happen. A good stop for the second, but Wuzzy is going to be able to pick it back up here for Boise State. Christian picks it up. Pressured by Preston though. Fabso was there, but could not get enough to redirect this. Durtho through center. It's going to end up just kind of being a flopped ball. A little bit of an air ball through center. Can they get something started? Oh man, so close there for the Saints to get their first one on the board, but it's going to be nothing but post. "45 seconds left to go in game number 5. Saints definitely needing a miracle of sorts to get themselves into this game, but unfortunately for them, Miracle plays League of Legends. One more opportunity here for St. Clair. Good shot, good save, good demo, but lots of fantastic opportunities here for St. Clair. But as the ball flies through the sky, it is becoming clear. Boise State, say hi to Doc for me, because it looks like you'll be moving forward in the losers final. The run will end there, but it is still not a run to scoff at in the slightest. With that finish, let's quickly take a look at the points here. Did they get enough for the 1 point? I might have had it wrong when I was talking about it a little bit earlier, because I forgot it was not top 8 in the group, it's top 8 of everybody. So if anything, I do think that our gold roster gets 1 point on the board. But well played nonetheless. Got me kind of losing my breath here a little bit. It's been a long day, but I'm not going to close out just yet here. Big congratulations, though, to the gold roster. It was a fantastic run. Still, again, nothing to scoff at. You do end up getting 4th in your pool. Unfortunately, Boise's going to better yet here today and go up to go play up against Davenport. Let's close that up here. There we go. All right, so to kind of conclude the day's action here, it wasn't necessarily a clean run for majority of the Saints rosters here. They got a couple of wins in the win column. I know Gold, even Academy, got a bunch of wins early. It wasn't up until like the winners quarters or the winners semis where they did finally drop down. Academy making a run, Gold's making a small run through lower bracket as well, getting believe it was 9th in their pool and 4th in their pool respectively. So still good finishes, but I know they're definitely eager to get more. Meanwhile, on the side of St. Clair Saints Green, they were successful in going all the way through the winner's side to get into that top 8 for tomorrow. Again, for those wanting to tune in tomorrow, we will host it here on the Saints Gaming CA channel. St. Clair Saints Green, who up against whoever they happen to be lined up with. I wonder if that information is available already. Let's take a look here. Of course, exclamation mark bracket in the chat will bring up both the brackets here for you. And sure enough, we do know who we play. We are going up against Ball State University to start off the day. So that's, again, just double check my times. It's actually scheduled for 1:30. So 1:30 start here on the Saints Gaming CA channel. We will cover the matchup unless Rocket League claims exclusivity, which I do have to double check. Which if they do, anybody who's gathered here, I'll just rages into the Rocket League stream itself so that we can all watch the match together. If there is no exclusivity, I'll gladly still be here and cast the matchup here with all of you. And see how far this green roster can go. They've gotten a second place before last season. I know they would absolutely love a W because, of course, these teams playing for a first place prize of $1,500 in scholarship, of course, split amongst the teams or amongst the players. If they do happen to get first, and they've already got themselves into the money, but obviously let's try for a little bit more. And of course, not to overshadow the points payout that they will be getting for the championship as a whole. And of course, I believe it is the top 8 teams across these 4 tournaments with the most points make it into the actual championship that will be held in April. But what are we at, 520 something? The action's all done. I think it's just about time to call it a day here. Once again, big thank you to everybody that makes this possible. Of course, let's start off with the sponsors. Of course, the St. Clair SRC, St. Clair College Alumni Association. We got Alienware, of course, alongside Subway and Tim Hortons as well. Big thank you to all of them for making this possible. Whether it be the venue, the stream, what have you, it would not be possible without them. Big thank you to everybody for tuning in. Been seeing a ton of new faces here in the Twitch chat, and I've been absolutely loving it. Big thank you for tuning in, for supporting myself as well as, of course, all of the players. Come for the players. I'm definitely thankful that everybody's been so positive. It definitely encourages me to keep doing this here. And with that, I think there's nothing else to say for now. So one more time, thank you all for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow at 1:30.